Hello, hi, welcome, greetings, and all of the good things. Oh, that's not what happened. Okay, never mind. Hello, and welcome back to the Misadventures League. Uh, I am your lovely GM for our Digimon game today. Um, my name is Didi. You can find me at most. Wait, I am getting ahead of myself. Uh, Oh, wow, that's so annoying. My captions immediately stopped working after working again. I will fix that.
No.
No.
They're working on my browser, but not here. But it's okay.
It's
The
The
gremlins.
gremlins, they attack me. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. But until
mhm.
then, um, as I'm fixing them, I'll carry on for a little bit. But yes, I am your lovely GM, Didi. You can find me at talking about giant robots, anime, tabletop games, and music. You can generally find me at most places as Alphabet Sauce, but I am also occasionally seen on YouTube as Planless Dan, and I shall post links to all of my socials in just a moment. Um, but we're here playing Animon Story, a lovely D6 dice pool system about kids with monsters. It's a Digimon game, and I will go on to introduce or have everyone else introduce themselves, starting with what does my dice tell me? Starting with Casey.
Oh, I'm as prepared as I was last time. I don't. I keep forgetting that I'm a part of this and not just here to watch. Hi, I'm Casey, and I play Spencer. Uh, I got nothing to say. I'm here. I'm happy to be here. Let's go. Happy Pride, guys.
Nice.
Sorry for gendering you. Well, I said Happy Pride.
Excused.
Excused. Let's see
Next,
who
please.
goes next. I'm going to say, or my dice are
Trying
going
to
to
make chat
say,
work.
Taryn.
I'm Taryn. Happy Pride as well to everyone. I play Nico Lucas, who is uses she they as do I, and Nico is the loner. And I am excited to play again today because I love this game. You can find me most places as Actual Raptor, talking about anime, dinosaurs, and horror, which are my three loves.
Fantastic combination. Next we'll have Derek.
Okay, I'm next. Hey y'all, I'm Derek. I use they, Z, and he pronouns. I play Kaiden Mira, who uses he, him pronouns for now. Maybe we'll see where that goes. Um, but he's our punch and kicking delinquent with a fun little fairy Digimon. I almost said Pokemon. Wrong game. You can find me over on the interwebs at Derek Derryk does DOES RP, where I talk about all of my friends in the RP space because I love them so much and a lot of the stuff that I do. So if you want to find out more stuff from me, go there.
Hell yeah.
And with that, we have last but certainly not least, Anne.
Hi, my name is Anne. My pronouns are she, her. Um, you can find me on the internet at exo underscore girl wonder on Twitter primarily, where I talk about TTRPGs and all the stuff I'm doing because I can never fit them into my intros or my outros. I will be playing the role of Lucy Mendez, the gentle heart, who we learned last week not so gentle sometimes. Uh, she has issues, um and just wants to go home and does not want to be there, and yeah, we'll see how that goes with her new goldfish friend, gold quadruped goldfish friend. um,
Honestly, incredibly relatable. I want to go home every day.
Same. Can I be
Yeah.
paid to go home?
I would love that. I bet they do really good dental.
For real. Okay.
Not where I am.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tragic.
Too
Oh,
real.
Well,
felt that one. I felt that one here.
that one hurt.
Oops.
But with that, we shall pick up
Let's get
previous
digital.
Digimon. So previously on Digimon Restart, our chosen children have been thrust into this alternate reality, essentially. A world filled with monsters and fairies and talking trees and angry doggos. Uh, they befriended a bunch of their own Digimon, creatures that seem to be tied and bonded to them in some way. And with no immediate means to get out, they're currently following a bit of a quest using their digivices, tiny little devices that contain that seem to have mysterious functions. They're following a compass, and of course, our lovely doggo Spark, and we'll pick up right here. As I'm checking for something, where is this? Perfection. Um, as we pick up, we'll Spencer, you got a bike, right? You got a little bicycle that you're kind
Yeah.
of cycling on ahead of everyone.
Yeah. We were because I think we decided that we were going to follow the arrow on my Digivice, right? Y'all wanted to
Yeah.
follow mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I reckon I'm just Spencer is doing that thing where he's like standing up biking, because then you go faster. Like you don't actually, but it feels like it. So he's like, and Spike is just like running along, yapping. And yeah,
course.
I guess we're following the arrow, and I'm just like over my shoulder, just come on, guys, let's go.
Yeah, I think once Spencer started like standing up, I was like, oh, I'm not keeping up on my feet. And I whipped out my off-road skateboard.
You whipped out the skateboard that Nico's been carrying this whole time because
Yeah,
you left her behind to carry everything.
I grabbed my bag. I grabbed my bag
I
from
grabbed
you.
your bag.
I grabbed my bag from you
Oh yeah.
to whip out my skateboard.
Oh yeah.
So now, essentially, the first person that's gonna see it will be Spencer, and then a moment afterwards, would be Kaiden, as you kind of like Spencer, you like just like jump over like a hill essentially, and when you
Oh, yeah.
land and like come to a bit of a stop, you see kind of ahead of you there's like this big valley, and kind of like between like a bunch of these like small hills or whatever, there's this small, really cutesy looking like village, a small town, really. All of the houses and homes are like very cottage core, kind of like an English village kind of vibe to it. Which, that's all cool and stuff. And even the weather is perfectly nice. The sun is shining. Don't think too hard about the fact that it looks like there's computer wires in the sky. That's okay. That's normal. It's a beautiful day. And there's a town ahead of you, and your digivice is pointing in that direction. And Spark, who's now like stopped right next to you and is like panting heavily from the whole run, is kind of like pointing in that direction with like his nose.
Wow, look at that, Spark. Those houses just look just like our house. Guys, there's a town.
I don't trust this.
Oh, it looks good.
In
Seems
horror movies,
suspicious.
it's always the quiet little town that's perfect. That's the problem.
Yeah. There's
You're
like
right.
killer old ladies tucked away in those windows. I can just
Yeah.
feel it.
Or they're all
Um,
like my mom. And then they're pretty dope.
They could.
Yeah.
It's the
That's
this
when there's a rotten egg.
Lucy, as soon as Lucy hears that from Kaiden, she has Sakanamon on her shoulder and is sprinting at a very surprising speed for someone who doesn't like being outside or being active.
Kaiden's just
Sakanamon-
standing
oh,
on
yeah,
their skateboard using gravity to go because we're on top of a hill.
just
Hell yeah. I
And-
ride after Kaiden immediately.
Right,
Race you to the bottom!
Nico's just gonna walk. Like,
so,
this is great. So
I'm not dealing with any of this. You guys can
You're
go
gonna
ahead.
lose, Nico! You're gonna lose!
so you have all
So be
these
it.
kids running down,
So
right?
be it.
Sakanamon that's on their shoulder, Lucy's there like, oh, that hill looks as you start sprinting and they're just clinging to you.
Patamon is using is on all fours, like hanging on for dear life.
Oh my god.
Kaden, what's it? Meanwhile, as you're just kind of like cruising down, your Digimon is just floating kind of a little bit off the ground, just behind you. Not even stressed.
Yeah.
Nico, meanwhile, your little buddy looks up at you, is like, "We're too cool for that, right?" Like, what?
Exactly. You know, why go through all that effort to just look as boring as they look right now? Like,
Yeah, we're better.
Let's
Nico's
take the
used to
time to
being
scope
at
it out.
last. It's okay.
whoa, buddy, no,
Uh-huh.
that's just mean.
Look at the leaderboards on our last game.
You take that back right now.
You were in last, weren't you?
Yo!
There were extenuating circumstances.
Come on,
Sure.
don't let him get to you. Don't let him get to you. We're brothers, we're brothers. And then immediately he trips down the hill and starts rolling down.
Took a tumble.
I think Lucy is doing that thing where when you're running the hill, you're not actually running, you're trying to keep your balance and just go with the momentum, right? So she's not actually going that fast, but it's pretty fast. And Hanuman's still like, like, I don't know what their vibe is right now while they're trying to hang on for dear life. But
Yeah.
she is quickly, but trying to maintain her balance.
Perfect.
Spencer sees Nico's Digimon rolling down the hill and thinks, shit, that looks fun. And he just like launches off his bike and rolls the rest down the hill.
Of
They,
course you
they,
do.
not he, they. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Why'd I expect anything else?
Right?
I mean, what? Spencer would totally do that.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Honestly, it looks
Spark is
kind of
joining.
fun.
You should do it! You
I
should,
think
this
Kaiden's
is
gonna
yes!
But-
Kaiden literally just falls off his skateboard and rolls.
Shit.
Lucy is looking down at this as she's trying to like maintain her balance, and just looks over her shoulder, Kanamon holding on for dear life, and says, "Maybe they might need some aid. Let's go."
Yeah, that looks really
She
painful.
You
She
roll
doesn't
faster
roll.
if you tuck your arms in.
Oh. Everyone rolling down.
No,
Not Nico.
Nico is not.
Everyone but Nico.
Nico refuses to engage in this activity. Mm-mm.
And,
Because what if they started rolling and they broke their Tamagotchi? That would be really sad.
Exactly. Terrible.
and Lucy is still upright, so she's not going as fast as those who are rolling. But she's like,
Yeah.
I have to stay upright in case they hurt themselves.
Gotta be the responsible
I think-
person.
Yeah, Kaiden's like,
Exactly.
after he's rolling and he's done, he's like laying there and you see his head just going like this on the ground. He's like very dizzy now.
Perfect.
How does it feel?
Spencer
Was that a good
immediately
idea?
gets up.
The world is spinning. I'm seeing numbers.
It's
Oh.
amazing.
We're all seeing numbers.
Run
We're
back
all
up to
seeing
my bike.
numbers in the sky.
Oh yeah, what happened to the bike?
The bike
Oh, no.
slowly
Oh, yeah,
afterwards just
Halfway up, I'm
kind
gonna
of
go back up
slapped.
to get it.
And my
You go
skateboard.
up and slid halfway down. The skateboard
Hold on.
kind of like its shape just means it's kind of slid down with you, basically. The bike is slid halfway down. It tumbled once.
Can
It's
Lucy
fine.
can Lucy go and retrieve the bike on her down? Because she's not going as fast, right?
Oh yeah, easy,
Like-
easy enough.
And I think Lucy's like, "Hey, buddy, I got your bike." And then she
Oh,
places
thanks.
near Spencer and says, "Are you
Thank you,
okay?
Lucy. Yeah, fine. Why not? Why wouldn't I be fine?
You're not hurt, are you?" And she's just
No.
checking, like, okay, as long as you feel good.
Gotten hurt once since we got here.
Nico is gonna stop where Bambimon is and just be like, "You good? You okay?
Bambimon.
Did that feel great?"
Bambimon, who does not look good, puts like a little feathered plop, like, yeah, I'm fine. There's nothing. Yeah.
I need a
Great!
second. I might
Good to
throw
hear
up.
it, bud.
Nayamon just standing by you, Kaiden, and just there, like poking you, like, are you alive?
I'm alive. The world is spinning.
Lucy
This
looks
is
up at
worse than the first time
Nayamon,
on a roller coaster.
looks up at Nayamon, like, just to, like, the questioning look on her face, like, is he okay? Like,
She-
I feel like she picks up on Nyamon's concern a little bit, so Lucy's like,
Yeah.
Um,
Nayamon just like gives you a look and it's like kind of like gives like a small thumbs up. She's super used to this.
so, Sakanamon's quality is calming presence.
Mhm.
So I feel like little goldfish guy radiates some sort of energy as people are like, there's this chaotic, like, excited energy, and like, I feel like Sakanamon would just, like, chill vibes, and Lucy is the direct kind of recipient because, they're
Mhm.
right there
Yeah.
of the chill vibes, but I like to think that maybe it kind of spreads out a little bit as an aura, and it's like, as this is happening, and she checks after a couple of minutes on Kaiden, like, "Hey, you still spinning?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's his natural state.
Shut up, Nico.
It's about this time.
You could be spinning too, but you decided to walk.
It's about
Yeah.
this time.
And now I'm not gonna throw up.
With
I'm
all
not
the
gonna
kind of
throw
energy
up.
kind of like calming down a little bit and everyone's dusting themselves off. And you're like right at
And
like
Lucy puts Sakanamon on the ground, like, "Here you go, buddy." Like, in terms of going down that hill, like, how is Sakanamon right now? I think Lucy, like, vibe checks Sakanamon, like, "Are you okay?"
for a moment, like it's there, like they kind of get used to that, and then like, he kind of like shakes a little bit, almost like a dog, just kind of. But it's the fish, so it's kind of weird. And he looks perfectly fine. Like in perfect shape, like just this air of calm and chill. Right at the entrance of this village, you see you notice them, they're not so. It looks like you see a bunch of small Digimon hiding behind like fences and trees and things, but they're really bad at hiding as they're all kind of like watching you all in concern.
I may be spinning, but I can see you all hiding and watching us.
Ah! A bunch of them like run away. One of them pushes one of the other guys in the front. It's like, no, guys, go. And you see,
I like that one.
you see, these guys look weird. They look kind of like a bit like an axolotl looking thing, but on 2 feet, 2 legs. And this one's wearing like a really big like hat. It's a burger shaped. It looks like a big bun, essentially. As this creature like slowly approaches you all, it's like, are you all right? You took a weird tumble, and I've never seen
Oh,
you
it
guys
was
before.
purposeful.
Oh, cool.
No, we were just playing. Have you never rolled down the hill before? Hi, I'm Spencer. Who are you?
The slow
Again,
creature.
the power of an 11-year-old.
Slow creature
It's
very
a spark.
like overwhelmed. Spark barks at him with a little happy like yip. But this guy kind of like jumps back. It's like, oh, hello. My name is Ebby Bergamon. Pleased to meet you.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. So, have you never rolled down the hill before?
I mean, I did when I was really small, but then like the chief got really mad at me and was like, "You're gonna hurt
Oh,
yourself," and so I stopped. Kind of stopped.
oh,
I think while they're talking,
okay.
I'm poking the burger like hat.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by the burger hat.
You poke the burger hat, and the thing is, like, you expect it to still feel like a hat, but you poke it, and it feels like it's like made of bread.
He's an idiot sandwich.
It's made of it's made of well it's I
Ambimon, I'm so sorry. I take it back. It's not you. It's this guy.
Bam was like, yes,
Um,
yes, we found the new one, the true culprit. But as Eddie Bergamon's just kind of like looking at you all, like poking him, it's like, well, you don't seem to be bad people. You're just to be sure, you're not working with Jagamon, are you? Just making sure.
with what now?
Who's
Okay,
that?
you don't know. Okay, it's fine. We're good. All right, everyone, they're fine. And out of the village, a swarm of other Digimon just kind of appear.
I have a question.
Yeah, yeah.
Does Sakanamon's calming aura affect
Oh,
burger? And then does it keep the swarm from swarming us?
that's
Like,
excellent. That's smart, actually. Yeah, like these
okay.
creatures were straight up about to like swarm y'all, and it's going to be super overwhelming. And they get close to Sakanamon, and they kind of like slow down and stop. Some of them like start to like approach Sakanamon, like, "Wow, you're a weird Digimon," but the energy goes down from like actively slightly dangerous to like, oh, okay, now it's just a crowd, and they're kind of chill, which is great. Actually, that was going to become a problem.
So Lucy with Sakanamon goes to the front of the crowd and says, "Hello, everyone. My name is Lucy, and this is my friend Sakanamon, and they're having a completely chill vibes conversation."
I think as Lucy's doing that, my stomach audibly growls.
The first
Sorry, I didn't eat breakfast.
You never eat breakfast.
You want a granola bar?
Actually, what kind of granola bar?
I have
Does it-
multiple.
Does it have peanuts in it?
There's with peanuts, but I also have without in case I made a new friend that doesn't eat peanuts.
I would prefer without. I'm allergic to peanuts.
Oh, I have those and they're packed separately. My mom makes them herself.
Your
There you
mom
go.
sounds awesome.
She is.
I literally take 3.
Yeah, that's fine. I give you a whole bag. I have to.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
Spencer's mom's great.
Yeah.
Nico,
Anyone else
if
want a
anybody
granola
hurts
bar?
this kid, I'm killing them.
Ooh.
Maybe we don't do that immediately. But also, I agree with you.
I'll
You
jump to
just
murder
hear
for this kid.
Lucy. You just hear Lucy in the
So do you want a
distance
granola
go.
bar?
You just hear Lucy in the distance going, "No murder!"
Sometimes
older than
murder is
you.
justified.
I'm older than you. You can't stop me.
At this point, the
Also, if it happens after you leave camp, you really can't stop me because you'll be home.
Naimon's there like,
Are you
That
trying
feels
to
incorrect,
reverse
but, like, you
psychology
know-
Lucy into staying?
Maybe.
You see Lucy.
I just want all my
cross
friends
her
to be with me
arms.
for the summer.
See Lucy cross her arms and you see her face get into a very sullen mood. And then she turns around and goes back to the crowd of Digimon and refuses to look at
this crowd's there like looking at talking to you, Lucy, like, well, since it seems that your friends haven't had breakfast and the chief says breakfast is the most important meal of the day, how about you come follow, we've got food. We can make sure that you're all well fed and rested and everything's okay.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. And then Lucy looks over her shoulder at her friends and says, "They've got food. I think they're nice."
What
Okay.
kind of food?
Ooh,
Lucy just
you'll have to see. And they kind of like start marching off, kind of as a whole squad. And they're there as they're like, as you're making your way to wherever this chief is. They start like introducing themselves. There's like a couple of different Digimon, but there's like this first one's like, "Oh, my name's Ebby Bergamon," and then it looks at another one that looks exactly like them. That's Ebby Bergamon. That over there is Ebby Bergamon. That's Ebby Bergamon, and that's Ebby Bergamon. Uh,
Cool.
Happy
Say your name one
Bergamot.
more time.
Ebby Bergamon.
That's Abby Bergamon, and that's Abby Bergamon. That's Abby Bergamon, and that's Abby
Nico,
Bergamon.
I think you see Kaiden is
I-
actually getting annoyed with the name Evie Bergamon, and his fists are like clenching next to, like at his side, and he's like, "If they keep saying it, I'm gonna punch them."
No! Stop! Calm down.
It's annoying.
Just don't listen to them.
My mom says you can only punch up.
Aw, Spencer.
Oh my
I
God.
love Spencer's mom so much.
You want another granola bar?
Oh my god.
Just eat another granola bar.
I think Lucy, without really waiting for the rest of her friends, like starts making her way towards the village with Sakanamon at her side, and just gets into a bit of discussion with Sakanamon, like sidebar, like, "Oh, have you ever been to a place like this? Like, what do Digimon usually eat?"
Oh, that's a great question. This village is a bit this I don't go to villages very often. It's been a while. I'm not sure how long it was since I was last free. But their Digimon tend to eat, like normal stuff, like meat, all grown here, of course, veggies, um stuff like that. I wonder if they've got like a beef farm nearby. I feel like that's the kind of thing that would be in a village like this. Just kind of looking to people.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was just wondering about that. I mean, I've never been here before, so I don't know what you guys eat.
I mean, it varies a lot. I mean, hopefully it's stuff that y'all can eat as well. Probably. You tend to get weird stuff if you go in places that have like lots of like nightmare Digimon or Celestials, where it's like, oh yeah, they eat like the concept of fear or something, and that can be weird. But don't have to worry about that here. Probably.
That does sound kind of weird. Why would you want to eat fear?
I don't get it either, but it's something to do with. And Skanamon's like really thinking heavily about this. And Nyamon then kind of chips in. It's like, if you think of Digimon as being information, then anything that contains enough information can be eaten by Digimon. Of course, you won't get very far trying to eat rocks and grass, but it does mean that you have some Digimon that have spookier abilities that let them devour other things.
So as they go into the village and, follow, I think Lucy kind of continues her whole like information gathering and starts like not just vibing with Sakanamon, but also kind of hanging out with everyone else's Digimon a little bit. Like, she just starts becoming acquainted with everyone.
That is perfect, and will be great in a moment. But as for now, as you have this whole kind of conversation, you finally arrive in front of what looks like a cafe kind of vibe to it. It's incredibly cute. All of the the doors, the windows, the building materials, the paint, they're all styled so it looks like a big gingerbread house, basically. Um, as you are led into what's the name of this place? Yes, as you're led into the Hamburg Bakery. Uh, and inside, it smells delicious. You can smell like breads and pastries and cakes being prepared. But there's also like a bunch of like other stuff. Like you just see like at the top of like there's like a little menu. Actually, it wouldn't even be up there. You would see like menus kind of set up on kind of front of like a counter and on tables and stuff like that. And there's just an assortment of stuff. It's mostly pastries, but there's like burgers and fries as well, and there's like some a couple of other just stuff really. It smells delicious, very cozy, and in
I
the
think we
back
hear Kaiden's stomach again.
of course.
Spencer would like to kind of pull Kaiden's shirt. Kaiden,
Yeah.
do you think it's offensive to eat a burger here? It's on the
no.
menu.
Nico,
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
you think it's offensive to eat a burger here?
Naiman thinks
I think we shouldn't have those existential kind of crises right now.
Bambi-
That feels like if they're selling it, it's okay.
Lucy
Happy
orders a burger.
Burgermon.
No, you can't ask them directly. What if it is?
behind
I feel like they would tell us the truth.
behind the counter.
They're selling it. It must be fine, okay?
Behind the counter.
Let's not make them question their existence right now.
There's another Bergamon, but this one's like a slightly different color. Every Bergamon is like kind of like pinkish, and this one's more like a yellowish color. And they yell behind like, "Chief, they want a burger!" And you see rushing around
they seem
behind.
happy with it.
They seem totally fine. Rushing around behind, you see like in the window into the kitchen, so you can see glimpses of another Digimon. It's not quite a Bergamon, like you think it is, but they're not wearing the cap, and their entire head is shaped like an onion. As they're running around doing chef stuff.
Yeah. So the vibe is everyone else is talking, and Lucy just like straight up just does her thing in the background with Sakanamon, just like, "Yep, I'll have a burger."
Okay. I think Kaiden just like takes the menu. He's like, "All right, I'll take 3 burgers, this pastry, this dessert, and this." Which is probably isn't surprising to Nico. Kaiden like eats like he's never eaten before.
Yeah. You got any money?
Do we need money here?
Bambimon looks at Nayamon like, "Do we need money?" Nayamon looks at Sakanamon, "Do we need money?" Sakanamon looks at Spark, "Do we need money?" And Spark just barks.
Kaiden just goes into his wallet. He's like, "My mom did give me a credit card. That's digital money, right?"
That is digital money. That's not real money. That's digital money. I agree.
What money is real money?
Exactly.
The Bergamons who are there is like there's like a Bergamon waiter, and they're like dressed very like elegantly with like a big like a very fancy suit outfit.
Well, you look nice.
I try my very best to be the best waiter I possibly can. Is that? Looks at the card in confusion. What? And holds it and like stares at it a little bit and like flicks it around, and it's like, "Where did you get this?"
My mom.
What's a mom?
Oh my god, they don't have moms.
We're not gonna go into this because it'll give you an existential crisis, my friend. It's a mom is like the rest of the people in your village. It's somebody who loves you very much and protects you.
So like the chief and the boss. Okay.
Kind of, yeah.
Understood. Well, this is very unusual. Normally our village is very small, so a lot of our exchanges tend to be bartering and the likes. However, this data card of yours, I've seen these in the larger cities. I Yes, it would work. The chief should have a bank account. Does the chief have a bank account? And all the others kind of shrug their shoulders and they kind of go
Wait,
back.
you know what a bank account is, but not what a You know what? Also, please be careful with that. If I lose that again, my mother will have my head.
Rest assured,
Kaiden and I can show you how to roll down the hill very quick in exchange for food.
this is true.
Can
That
you show
would
you how to
offer
have
a
fun?
discount.
I'm bartering.
The fact it's working is the best part. But
I could teach you how to ride this, and I kind of like flick out my skateboard.
a
Oh,
bunch
and
of the
this.
Bergamon all swarm around the skateboard. Like, whoa, what? What is that?
It's
Don't
an
forget the
off-road
calming
skateboard.
aura. They have to be chill. They have to be
So
chill.
they all come around and they're like, "Whoa, what is that?"
Fascinating.
They all sound like a
Cool,
bunch of
bruh.
stoners.
They're
Which
solid.
honestly works.
Solid.
Honestly, yeah, if they're running a restaurant.
So
Lucy pulls out her first aid kit as well and says, I can teach you guys to do first aid. She's such a Girl Scout.
I love that. They're like, I think all of these things in exchange should cover the meal, and you have not.
I can also offer hugs.
We do not need to. One of the other Bergamons interrupts him, like, yes, hug would be nice. Hugs.
Puppies.
Kaiden hugs the Bergamon.
The later
If Lucy
Bergamon's just there,
hugs,
like,
then I think Lucy offers a hug to the next one who wants it too. Like, okay, if Kaiden's giving hugs.
you all start to
Yeah,
both of you
Spencer
start to
too.
exchange hugs at this point. But eventually, after everyone kind of dies down, your food is kind of presented to you, and there's like a bunch of like these burgers. They look so cute because like the buns on the top of them, all of them have a different like a face kind of like branded into it, like a little dinosaur face on one, a little cat face on another, that you could presume are like different Digimon, essentially, kind of stamped into them.
Wait, there are collectibles
They are
in the form of
collectibles.
burgers.
Burger collectibles.
Okay, guys, I need everyone to hand me the top bun. I need to. If you've got a
But-
different one, I need it.
But
Okay.
the burger's not
Thank you, Spencer.
the burger's not full without the top.
But you
Just give me the
have
burger
3
bun.
burgers, so if you give the top buns and then you put 2 of the burgers together.
Yeah, you
have
can just
the
make a
bottom
big
bun,
stack.
bottom bun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it
I
so
dare
much.
you
Third
to
one.
make
I
the
will-
biggest stack you can without the
just
tops
see-
of the burger buns.
you see Kaiden, like the moment that Spencer's like, you can stack them together, Kaiden's just like, I'll murder for this kid. Great. And stacks all 3 burgers together.
Hell yeah.
You stack-
Lucy,
I know.
when asked, offers her the top of her bun and just says it's an open faced sandwich, and she just eats her burger with the top.
Yeah, I think my specific ones are like an Agumon, a Gabumon, and a Patamon are the
Yes.
3 that like you get from me.
Perfect.
Nice.
to flex my Digimon knowledge.
The one on Lucy's is Palmon, probably, I guess.
Of course.
Like,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Solid.
Sick.
These
These are mine now, and they will just live in Nico's backpack.
There's no way
They
that
go
is
bad.
good, but it's fine.
They're in like a little Ziploc bag. They're fine.
Smart.
They're gonna mold. They're gonna mold so fast.
Maybe it's like McDonald's.
Yeah, maybe they never mold.
But no.
Wait. I have a question. If we scan the Digimon on the buns, can we get the
Wait,
information
yeah.
on them?
Oh my gosh!
Can I scan the buns before I put them in the bag?
You know what? Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
You scan them, and it takes longer because it's trying to scan a picture on a bun. But eventually, it reads Agumon. What's it? Agumon, Gabumon, Patamon, and Palmon. All basic stage.
Yeah.
Registers them.
Nice.
Nice.
But-
We
That
have
was a good shout.
information on them now. Nice.
But the food is good. It's real freaking good. This is like
It's not like McDonald's.
it's not like
Not like
McDonald's. It's
McDonald's.
actual food.
So much better.
Lucy does this thing where she
That's
tosses
debatable.
a French fry and Sakanamon catches it in their mouth.
I look at Nyamon and I'm like, do you eat? I'm made
Nyamon
of all water.
Nyamon looks at like some of like probably one of the burgers that's like been half devoured, and she like touches it and all the moisture gets drained out of it. And she just slowly
Okay.
nods her head at you.
Yeah. Okay. You're awesome.
This
Yeah.
Spencer
Did
will
did
rummage
Nyamon
around
just
in there.
invent freeze drying?
Oh.
Oh no. That's amazing.
Yo, my Digimon's an inventor, guys.
Yeah.
What does
So
your
real.
Digimon do?
I don't have a Digimon. I'm gonna
I
rummage
look
around
at
in my-
Spark.
I feel like everyone in the room looks
Yeah.
at Spark like
Spencer's just rummaging around their backpack and taking out a little, like, one of those collapsible bowls
Mhm.
and like a little baggie of kibble, and then they put one fry on top and they put it down in front of
course.
Spark.
Spark.
I hope I
did-
don't get a Digimon. Spark is my best friend.
I again will murder for this child. Nico.
Spark. Not only
Lucy,
does. Oh yeah.
Lucy uses her Digivice to scan sparks.
Yeah, Spark registers as a Digimon as far as your Digivice is concerned.
So Lucy just shows her Digivice to Spencer and says, "I don't think you have to worry about getting a Digimon. You already have one."
Oh no, your thing is broken. Maybe someone can fix it.
Spark like barks in like approval, like
I don't have it in me to correct them. I just
Wait.
don't.
Spark
I
doesn't
can't-
speak, so
I
Spark
kind
cannot
of
be a
want to lean
Digimon.
down to Spark and quietly, so nobody hears, goes, "Can you talk? Are you just barking because you want to hold up the facade of a dog?"
Spark licks your
Spark has
face.
been my dog for 10 years.
I'll take that as a yes.
Well, yes, yeah.
So
Uh,
I then look at
Lucy-
Nyamon and I'm like, do you understand what he's saying when he barks? Or is he just barking?
Nyamon like listens really intently and is like, I can get a vibe of what Spark is saying, if that makes sense, but I don't think that's speech necessarily. I
Okay,
bet
I trust you.
I bet if you were to find and ask a beast type Digimon, another nature spirit of sorts, they'd probably be able to understand what Spark is saying perfectly.
Lucy.
Oh, that's okay. You can just ask me.
Lucy looks at Sakanamon. Hold up. The Sakanamon. So Sakanamon is a water type, right? So does Sakanamon count as a beast? I mean, he's a fish.
So, that's a great question. Not quite.
Well, I mean-
So, almost.
Okay.
So,
So, yeah,
Sakanamon
I think it
probably-
would have to be like a beast class.
Yes.
Yeah, the class
Oh,
would have to be
yeah.
beast as well.
So like something like
Okay,
a
I was wondering about
yeah, no worries.
Lucy
That's-
doesn't know.
something like a Gabumon or a Gaomon would probably be able to understand Spark perfectly, but you don't need that. Spencer understands Spark just fine.
Yeah, so Lucy is a water class though, right? Like, so it's different.
Yeah.
Or like her type. Their
So-
type, yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah, isn't it aquatic
Mhm.
is the class?
Aquatic, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
But you
meant.
guys-
Aquatic type.
Your Digimon came out of your thing when we got here, and Spark has been my dog for 10 years.
It's a very long time
is
to
true.
be like a puppy.
Mm.
Spark is not a puppy.
I look
Me-
at
I
Spark
don't
again.
think.
Spark is looking up at you with like puppy dog eyes to try and get more food out of you.
That's a
That's a
puppy.
puppy. Yeah.
And 10 years is a very long time to be a puppy.
It is. But we don't judge.
I'm not judging. I'm just.
So,
You got a Digimon there, dude.
so,
Oh,
Kind of weird
so two things
for
happen.
a regular puppy.
okay.
Just accept. Two things happen. So the first is that this is effectively a rest activity. Because there's like lots of different things that are happening. So essentially, whenever you have like a lovely chill time where nothing is trying to eat you, you can take rest activities which do things like heal HP or recover bond points, stuff of that nature. Uh, in this case, just kind of the general vibe and how it's been happening, each of you could choose to either recuperate, where all of your lost stamina and HP comes back, socialize, where you can get back a lost bond point, or de-stress, but you don't have to worry about de-stress because no one has any bond strain yet.
So recuperate or socialize.
Yeah.
I don't have to do any of those.
Then you're totally fine.
I didn't lose
Well,
HP, stamina,
well,
or
well.
bond points. I'm just.
Some of us weren't so lucky.
Look, I'm just a digital master already, and it's my first day.
Just built different. Built different.
Built different.
But so that's
Why you're last on the
I will
leaderboard, Nico.
recuperate.
You
No.
shut your mouth. Shut your mouth right now.
the second thing that happens is that like when you're like kind of like nearly finished, you all hear like these really loud and just a little ominous bells ringing. And you see like the various like Digimon that are kind of in here all starts like panic and like run away. Some of them go like behind doors somewhere and just disappear. Some of them leave the building altogether. The Bergamon waiter kind of gets more serious and is like, "Chief, boss, it looks like he's back." And you see.
Oh wait, who's back?
Sounds
Lucy
like a
starts
fight's gonna
asking.
happen.
Wait, who's back?
He looks really grim at you and is like, "It's none other than Jagamon. He's been a bit of a problem in our village for a while now. Every Friday, he
What?
shows up and demands that we give him as much food and resources as we possibly can, and then he leaves. He says he does this as payment for protection, but honestly, it's more like he's bullying us than anything."
I'll protect y'all for free. I'll go beat him up right now.
Sound like a bully.
Chagamon is incredibly powerful, and you've already. Please, you do not want to go out of your way. Meanwhile, as he's saying, "Don't do this," the onion-headed Bergamons like march out, and the first one's like in like a big like baker's apron, and is trying to pull and stop the second one, who's like, "Please don't start a fight, not this time." And the second one's holding like a rolling pin, like, "I've had enough of this Jagamon.
I
Let me
like
out of
that
it."
one. That one's my favorite.
Let's go.
Yeah, I like this energy.
I would like to look out a window
You look
and
out.
check out where Jagamon is while everyone else is fussing.
You look out a window
Um,
while everyone's kind of like fussing with each other, and you see there's this like a procession, I guess. There's like a bunch of like these weird small bat-like creatures that are kind of like flying around, and they're all surrounding this. Honestly, you're not even sure what this thing is. Like a hedgehog, maybe? But it's huge. Just like the size of like a small elephant. And instead of having spikes, it's like rock armor and a plant-like tail that kind of stretches out the back.
Lucy is looking out the window and she thinks, can I scan this from a distance? Because she doesn't like what it looks and she wants to know if her Digivice can pick it up.
Perfect. Your Digivice you hold up and try and scan this thing, and your Digivice gives you a warning first before it says Jagamon, Ultra Stage, Vaccine Type, Extreme Caution is advised.
She just points her Digivice at the direction of her friends without like turning to look at them, and just says, my Digivice says use extreme caution. Apparently,
Spencer grabs their level 2 sword.
I
ultra
think Kaiden's
ultra,
already out the
ultra
door.
stage.
Of course.
I'm running after.
Fantastic.
Kaiden is so ready.
Love this energy.
Lucy had a plan, and Titan's gonna ruin it. So she just walks out the door with Sakanamon and says, "So, buddy, we're gonna get into a fight. This might be a problem. I don't know if we're gonna be able to help. Um, the Digivice says that it's dangerous. What do you want to do?"
Sakanamon like thinks about this for a bit and is like, we should probably stay nearby in case anything bad happens. It seems like as long as they're not gonna hurt anybody, it should be okay. But if a fight does break out, as long as we're focusing on trying to like escape, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, that might be a problem. And she's looking directly at Kai when she's saying this to Sakanamon. Sakanamon's like on the shoulder again, and just like,
This is perfect.
I'm so sorry for my friends. Just looks at Sakanamon and says, I'm sorry about my friends.
It's okay. I think he's very brave. It just Ultra Stage Digimon are different to a lot of us. Most Digimon will make their way up to basic, and if they're lucky, even up to Super Stage. That's kind of like our natural lifespan. You don't get to become an Ultra Stage unless you've had a lot of adventures.
Have you had a lot of adventures before?
I don't know. And Sakanamon seems really troubled trying to think about something. Where
Lucy just pets them like reassuringly and says, "Don't worry, we'll just have to go on new adventures."
Aww.
And then she kind of mumbles to herself like, "There's a real fine line between bravery and stupidity," and she's looking directly at Kaiden again.
So as this whole conversation is happening, right? This is as Jagamon's kind of marching through, and it's like, Bergamon, it's time. You know what it is. Payment in order in exchange for my protection. Where is the food? And the Onion Bergamon, the chief, who's there holding this rolling pin, is like, we're not gonna bow down to you anymore, Jagamon. And Jagamon doesn't even hesitate, just spins around and smacks him backwards with his tail as this Chief Bergamon goes tumbling backwards.
Let's
right
go.
in front of Kaiden.
I
Let's
think it's
go.
like when I see that, I think like that like almost like anime like rage flame aura goes around Kaiden in this moment, and Kaiden looks at Nayamon and is like, "What can we do to make this situation end?"
Nayamon,
I
who...
think Lucy.
Oh yeah.
Lucy walks up at this point. I think she hears Kaiden say that, and she says, "Unless you have an Ultra Stage Digimon to help, I don't know what the answer is to that." And then she looks at the Jagamon.
Yep.
And just yells at the top of her lungs. She says, "Wait a minute. Hold on. Right there." And she tries to make herself appear intimidating.
Ooh, looks like we have our first roll of the day, I think. Would you, as you try to like catch this thing's attention and be bold and intimidating, I would like you to make a spirit test, I believe this would be.
Yes. And I would like to argue that hate is always foolish, because I'm going out of my way to help the Bergamon. So I would like to have a boost for this, if that is possible.
I love it. Go for it. Jagamon is going to contest it with their own willpower, I suppose.
Okay. Let me see. I would like to spend a bond point to get 2 extra dice.
All right, let's go. You'll need them.
Uh,
Not that you'll
well,
need
I
them.
am doing. Well, I mean, I had an extra bond point from last week, so I'm gonna spend that. Oh, geez, this would be a really bad time to suck. Okay. And you said it was boosted, correct, Dee Dee? Uh, so it's 4 successes with 2 sixes.
4 successes with 2 sixes. Nice, nice. That's pretty darn impressive. As Jagamon looks at you, and unfortunately, with an incredibly evil roll that was 3 successes with 3 sixes, Jagamon looks at you like, oh, we have a very scrawny looking Digimon over here. What are you supposed to be?
Lucy just looks at Jagamon and says, I'm about to be your worst nightmare if you don't stop bullying the Bergamon.
Sakanamon's like, yeah, kind of shipping up and kind of like right next to you. As Jagamon's kind of looking at you and smiling, Nayamon next to you, Kaiden, since you were asking how can you stop this, she's got her own menacing aura as well. It's like, follow Lucy's lead for now, and the second things go wrong, the power of darkness will tear it apart. She's getting pissed off as with you.
Yes.
But Jagamon's there like, oh, but I'm not bullying the poor creatures. After all I've done for them. This poor town was being attacked, don't you know? Those strange Yggdrasil forces that thought they could control everything. I came by and repelled them. It's only payment that they feed me like the king. Nothing's wrong with that, is it?
Lucy stares down Jagamon and says, it becomes a problem when you become entitled and demand your way. These Bergamon work hard to fight for this village. The least you could do is maybe compensate them for their work.
Compensate them. I know what you're getting at. And I understand and can relate to that. Of course, a good deed for a good deed. Now pay them well. And all the rocks that are on its back kind of like shoot off of it and start shooting in your direction as they're like, I'll plant some goodwill for them. They'll appreciate it. As Jagamon is gonna make a lovely attack. Who's he gonna attack with this? Oh, this is gonna be so bad. Oh, this is gonna be so
Probably the mouthy 13-year-old.
bad. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like I had that one coming. Can I spend a bond point to add 2 more dice to my defense roll?
Can you? I'll allow it, but
Better odds. It says spend 1 bond point to gain 2 dice on any roll.
You're right. All right, this will be reflex for you as this guy is trying to attack you with a signature attack for good measure.
Oh, I'm so posed, but that's okay. Let's go.
I believe in you.
Can we help in any way?
Perhaps.
Can I
What would you like to
run
do?
up and? Well, it's Spencer, so I think they would like to run up and try to sort of like dive in front of the attack or like tackle Lucy and.
I have a question. Did the crit meter go off?
It is
Last
not.
week, does it
You are
build
technically
up?
not in combat yet. So
Okay. I don't know. This kind of feels like combat.
you know you're kind of right, actually.
I feel like at this point my defense roll should trigger the. I'm just saying. I feel
You're-
very attacked here. I feel
You're
like
so
this is
right. You're
combat
so
now.
right.
I
What
feel
did you
very
get? Were there any
attacked.
sixes?
I got 3 successes with 2 sixes.
Ooh, not too shabby at all. So you might not even need help, Spencer, as you like are rushing in to try and like tackle like Lucy out of the way. And Lucy kind of like jumps back as a bunch of these attacks rain into the
Yeah.
ground.
She uses she backflips out of the way like a Power Ranger. I don't know.
Nice. I would like everyone
No.
to roll some juicy initiative for me.
Is it reflex?
Kaiden,
Is
Lucy
it
is cool.
reflex? Lucy is cool.
Your
No, she
initiative.
No,
doesn't backflip,
initiative.
but she rolls.
Initiative
She
is your
does
brains, right?
Yeah,
okay.
it'll use
Lo-
your
amount of
Digimon's.
logic. Oh, it'll use the Digimon's brains.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh no.
Actually, hold on.
Oh.
Oh wait, do we reset the number of uses for our signature attack?
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool.
What?
I
Great.
have to try. No, you know what? I don't. It's fine. I'm gonna get super rocked, but we're gonna roll with this.
I believe in you.
No, it's fine.
I didn't
My
roll
dice.
so hot for initiative.
Me neither.
Oh,
I rolled a
fantastic.
3 and a 1.
3 and a 1. Terrible.
I rolled a 1, 2, and a 3.
Oh no.
Please, Spencer and Nico, you're our only hope.
100% of the die that I rolled were a success.
Yo!
Which
Nice.
is a single 5.
The power of an 11-year-old.
I just rolled one
Spencer's
die.
coming through.
Spark is dumb.
I mean, Batmuon's not much better. Batmuon only rolls 2 dice. But I rolled a 3 and a 6.
3 and a 6.
It's
Okay.
hilarious, but you
Yeah.
guys rolled better than us.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
rolled
But also,
you
like,
guys and
Nico's
failed.
not, like, fully in this situation. Nico's kind of, like, going around the side a bit to try
Which
and, like,
is
she wants to kind of try and be, like, flanking, in a
Like, I'm
sense.
super in it, and I rolled horrible.
Yeah.
Lucy
I'm hoping for, like, a sneak attack.
Fair,
I'm gonna come out
Yeah.
from the left side.
So
I'll
Lucy is
protect
kind of
you.
out of the way or whatever. She's like sidestepped whatever attack or attack. Maybe not backflips. But she just move away from the attack. Or tries to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, now we're in combat. Excuse me. We're in combat
Wait.
proper here. Oh yeah.
2 crits from my dodge. My dodge don't count for the crit meter.
They count for the crit meter. They count for the crit
Oh,
meter.
Okay.
No
It
worries.
resets at the end of every combat. Okay.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
like we were so close to the crit meter last time, and I was like, oh,
I know.
we were gonna pop off so hard. Anyway,
All right.
probably Spencer first.
It
I
would
will
be
then.
Spencer first, or it would be if it. Yeah, it's kind of Spencer first. So first in initiative are the small bat things that are kind of hovering around Jagamon. They're not gonna attack first because Jagamon's like, these puny creatures. I can take care of them. What kind of weird Digimon are these? You hired help. You just observe and watch as I stomp them out of here. Spencer, you are up.
But Terran rolled a 6, right? So wouldn't Terran be first?
Oh,
You're
yeah, Karen did roll
correct. All right
Because I
then.
rolled a 5.
I wasn't
Then-
sure. I was like, I don't know how initiative works. I'm not gonna question it.
I
yeah.
mean, I
all
don't
right.
know either. That's what I'm wondering.
Then yeah.
Why you question?
Nico, you can go first.
Okay. I guess. How many of the like bad things are there?
Currently, how many are there? That's an excellent question. There are currently 3 bat things kind of floating around in the air, being annoying.
Right. I'm gonna attempt the signature attack. Didn't go so well for me last time, but I'm gonna attempt it.
I believe in you.
I feel like it's not worth going for Jagabon because I feel like his defense is gonna be so high. There's no point. But I'm gonna use Shadow Beak, which has Block Break in it, so I might make one of these fat things vulnerable.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Okay. So it's power, isn't it? So was it damage? Oh, it's power. Yeah. Okay. So 3 for power, 1 for the signature attack, and I'm gonna add the quality hardened beak to this
Ooh.
because I feel like it is. I love life. So
Oh
much.
no! What did you get?
Oh no.
Okay, to be fair, I did roll 2 4s and a 5.
They're successes.
2 4s and a 5.
So there's all successes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and then I rolled a 3 and a 2.
Also, you can add dice by spending 1 point.
I can, and I did spend that time socializing because I used a bond point last time. So maybe I'll use another bond point and I add 2 dice, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay. And that was a 2 and 3.
Jesus.
Were none of those successes?
Oh well, that's fine. I rolled 3 successes. That's fine.
All right, 3 successes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, it's still it's gonna be. Is it gonna be enough? Hang on, this guy's got a quality.
Well, I'm attacking one of the bat ones.
You're attacking on the bat one. You're correct.
Yeah.
But that's a funny strength this guy's got. Doesn't matter. Yeah, you got him.
Boom!
Got him.
So Bambimon kind of like runs up from like they haven't noticed him yet, and he's there like looks at you first. Nico's like, "Is that time? Is that time?"
Get him! Go!
Yeah. And he like jumps like way higher than he should be. Kind of partially flapping to kind of get the extra like lift. And there's this one bat that's there like, yeah, you're gonna get messed up. Whoop! And just bang, gets knocked out of the sky. How much damage is that to?
The damage is 6.
Ooh. Oh, that's gonna hurt. As this poor Devimon goes like straight to the ground, it's like spirals and crashes into the floor somewhere. Anything else you'd like to do?
All Nico does is takes the edge of her cap, turns it backwards, and then like gives a thumbs up to Bambimon across the room.
I love that.
Oh, we did something this time. Good job.
Yeah, well done. I believe in you.
Who's next? I believe now it's Spencer, right?
Okay. So the one that Nico attacked, that is now vulnerable. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah. Block break. When it's successful. Oh, I can choose to do half damage and make it vulnerable. But I think I'd rather do the full 6.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not vulnerable.
Cool.
Am I like allowed to ask that one that they attacked? How bad is it looking?
Yeah, you can ask that. You like look, and that guy is just rough, below half health. Like it's there, its wing is kind of messed up. It can't fly properly anymore, and it's still busy insulting y'all. It's like that was weak. That was lame. I hit harder in my sleep.
And those little bats, are they like next to each other?
Yeah.
Or are they separated now?
The 2 that are in the air are next to each other, and the one that's on the ground is next to Jagam.
Okay. You know what? I'll just attack the one that's on the ground.
Cool.
How does it work if I'm not doing a signature attack? If I just want to do a normal attack, how does that work?
If you're just doing a normal attack, then you would take whatever your power is. Ooh, actually, I should mention this now. Normally when you're fighting and you're making attack rolls, you use your power, or if it's ranged attack, you use your brains.
Okay.
If you are, hope I remember this correctly. if you are attacking and you're trying to use your speed to your advantage, like you're chasing someone down, you can use your agility instead. And if you're trying to protect people, you can use your heart instead. The system's kind of going so that you don't like ever have a point where it's like, oh, I can't ever attack things. So if you've got like a bit of distance with them, like you're outdoors now, you're not like in a weird cramped forest. So if you want, you can roll however many dice are equal to Spark's agility stat, if you wish.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. And then because Spark's quality is speed, does he get an extra die?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I will go for the guy that's on the ground.
Nice.
That is 5 successes.
What?
Hey, yo!
2 sixes.
Let's go, the power of an 11-year-old.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's
Real.
that is successes across the board, and then there's 2 sixes in there.
Mm-hmm.
And is that just damage? Just like whatever your damage is?
Yeah,
well?
whatever your damage is, and however much you roll over their successes, then it adds even more. So, what is your damage?
Okay. 6.
Oh boy. You got how many successes?
5
Wow.
and 2 sixes.
Oh boy.
That's pretty
okay.
intense. That's
For
pretty
a different
intense.
target, maybe.
An extra 4 damage to this poor dude. So that Digimon gets absolutely wrecked as Spark sparks up with electricity, and you disappears. It teleports, and reappears in front of like the little bat, like tackling and kind of like biting a little bit and tossing it aside as it goes wee, spiraling and rolls into the ground. It is knocked completely unconscious. That bat is done for. And Jagamon is sweating a little bit, like, oh, I didn't. Oh.
Hell yeah. And can Spencer also take a move?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not clever, but they are going to do it. Spencer's going to get on their little bike and is going to brandish their level 2 sword, which is a stick that either Kaden or Spark found on the ground. I don't even remember.
Spark found it.
I think Spark. And I'm going to ride up to, what is it, Juggermon?
Yep.
I already forgot, I'm sorry. Yeah. And Spencer's just going to say, stop! Turn around now! Enough! And they're not going to attack, but they're warning Jaggermon.
They are warning Jagamon. I can, if you wish, you can make a lovely intimidation thing, I guess, which would be your spirit. Yes, and because you're
Why not?
using your bike, which is important to you, add an extra 2 dice to this.
Hell yeah. Okay, spirit is my highest stat, so this is 6 die.
Mhm.
That is 1 success.
Oh, that's not good.
tracks.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Alright.
You are a kid brandishing a sword. Or a
Which
stick.
is a stick. It's just a stick.
So,
Yeah.
as you're kind of like approaching, now you learn something interesting from this. Jagamon is much bigger than you and much stronger than you. Without a doubt, this thing is incredibly powerful. And it's unfortunately succeeded on its own skill test against you. But he actually looked scared for some reason. Like he stumbles backwards a little bit. It's like, why should I be scared of you? I'm not scared of anything. You've discovered Jagamon's weakness is that he's a bit of a scaredy cat.
Love this.
Perfect.
I love that it's the 11-year-old that figured it out.
Listen, 11-year-olds are scary.
11-year-olds
We
are
all
scary.
know this.
It's the
Your
rule.
children are
Guys.
monsters.
Yeah.
I think they're afraid of sticks. Swords. I mean.
Yeah.
Jagamon's like,
Yeah, that was my turn.
That's
perfect.
definitely it.
Jagamon gets mad, like, yeah, I'm tired of you all. And if I want to really bully y'all, I guess it doesn't matter who it attacks with this one. So I'm gonna roll a die and see and decide from there. Because of course I am. Kaiden, you're the toughest looking person there.
Perfect.
So it looks at you and your Digimon and it's like, I'm not scared of you all. I'll show you. And
Sure
starts to
about
charge.
that?
Starts to charge. Now, here's something I forgot in our Doberman fight that I'm remembering now. When Digimon are a tier or two above you and they attack your Digimon, they get bonuses to that attack. Mainly, they get boost.
No,
Uh,
no.
this
That's
might
fine.
I don't
hurt.
think that's true.
Bring it.
It's a lie. I need Nyamon to make a dodge test for me, please.
A dodge test? Okay.
Oh.
Arguably. Okay, let's see if I. Is there anything I can add to this? I don't want to use bomb points, but.
They're there for you to use.
Yeah, I know, but I'm stingy with my resources. Can I add my "Don't mess with me" to Nyamon? If Kaiden is standing right next to Nyamon and not moving?
Considering you're standing right next to Nyamon, I'll say yes, and the only downside is
Cool.
that you will take some damage if it
That's
goes
fine.
wrong.
That's fine. Would I argue be add tough as nails also for an
Go
extra
for
die?
it!
Cool.
You're scared of
Oh, yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, so that's 4 die, and then actually, so fun thing. Fun thing. Nyamon's quality is teleport.
Oh, you're right. You could add Nyamon's quality to it.
So I can add that. Okay, cool. Yes. Okay, cool. That's 5 die.
It's gonna go so bad if this still
And I'll,
fails.
you know what?
Go.
I am going to use a bond point to get 2 extra die. I'm not
At this
being
point, if
stingy
you
about
still
that.
get hit, I'll be so
Hell yeah.
sad.
That is
7 die.
7 die.
Let's go.
I can't wait for them all to be twos.
I know.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes with
Whoa!
3 sixes.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
Did
Alrighty.
we hit it? No, we haven't yet.
You're
It's
very
so
close though. As this thing is charging at you, and this is what happens. As it's charging at Nyamon, you Kaiden are like, nope, not doing this, and step in the way, and for a few seconds start blocking.
Yep, that's exactly what I thought I was gonna do.
Hell yeah.
So you're stopping this thing for a bit as your feet are dragging to the ground, and like for a moment it looks like, whoa, you're stopping it. And Naimon, who is a Digimon and can recognize this, is like, this is gonna go so badly. Puts a hand on your shoulder and teleports you out of the way as Jagamon's momentum kind of just has him tumbling forward, and he crashes into someone's poor house.
Oh, come on, Nyamon, I had it.
I'm sure you did, but I didn't want to take the chance.
Fine.
With this, as you see, this like someone's entire like living room has just been completely demolished. As you now realize that this thing's damage is 9.
Oh my god.
I'd be
Well-
at 1 stamina if I took that. Whoa.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Nyamon would have been okay. Nyamon would have been at 8 health.
It's Kaiden who would be there like,
Yeah, because Nyamon has 17 HP. She's
okay.
She's hardy.
Kaiden, I believe it is your turn with Lucy last.
My turn. So, I'm gonna do something.
Mm.
So Nyamon's going to act in protection of the town, so I
Ooh.
can roll with my heart.
Yeah, let's go.
To use my signature move. So I'm gonna use Way Down, which just from my heart alone is 4 die. I am going to I think you all see like the sunglasses I've been wearing like on my shirt are now on my nose, and I push them up like the anime protagonist. And Kaiden is just like looking at Jagumon and is like, "You chose the wrong team to mess with." And is going to walk forward as Nyamon is moving also to give her "Don't mess with me" and "Tough as nails" again.
Let's do this.
And then I am going to spend another bond point to add 2 die. So I am rolling with 8 dice.
Gosh.
Jesus Christ. Okay. That's not good. That's not good. 6 successes with 2 6s.
6 successes.
And 1 5.
Good lord.
Boop, 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 boop. Oh, that is perfect. That is perfect. The crit gauge is filled, and we'll see what that does on Lucy's turn. You said how many successes?
6 with 2 6s and a 5.
2 6s and a 5. All right. 2 6s and 5. 2 6s and 5. My
And my
brain
damage
turned
is
off. I
6.
immediately forgot that. So one more time. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. It's 6 successes with 2 6s and a 5, and my damage is 6.
Nice. Okay, that's perfect. So I have good news and bad
And my attack is efficient, so it's free the first time.
news. So I have good news and
That
bad
is
news.
insane.
The good news is I'm pretty sure it's that's gonna hit regardless. The bad news, 2 6s and a 5. So that means because this thing is a couple levels above you, you have a mild setback. So the 4s. Do the 4s still count? The 4s stop counting. The 4s stop counting. How many successes is that? So that's 2 successes
Wait,
now instead.
what?
You have setback. So now success.
So 4s and under stop counting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 3 successes, my 2 6s and a 5.
Thankfully,
It's still 2
that is
successes.
just barely enough. So it hits anyway. But it's one of those things where it's this thing's strong. This thing's strong.
Yeah. But luckily I don't have to like luckily Naimon doesn't have to use any strength for this because it's teleporting. Because we're not in water, I'm not dragging him down, so it's the other way where I teleport up into the air and drop him.
Perfect.
And I would like to drop him to where he is on his back and upside down.
Oh,
and
clever.
lands on his back because he looks like he cannot get off his back easily.
You're so right.
That is true.
And then Kaiden is also going to take an attack on him.
Nice.
Kaiden is going to punch his face. Punch counter is up. We're at 3.
We're at 3 punches.
You
let's
have a
go.
knife!
Oh wait, true. I do have a
do
knife,
have
but
a
I don't know
knife.
if that'll do damage.
It is very armored.
know
It's
what?
hard to tell, but maybe.
Well, I mean, he's not armored around his face.
That's true.
I
That's
mean,
true.
right in his face. So that would be reflex?
Yeah, reflex.
Okay. I'm gonna add tough as nails.
I just found the page in the rule book that explains what happens with the critical gets
yes.
full.
Cool.
I found
so
it.
I'm rolling.
So
I'm
you said it
rolling
goes
with-
off on my turn?
Yep.
Oh.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I am with this attack? I'm acting on my virtue and my desire also.
Ooh.
Because my virtue is love, and I'm protecting people that I love, and my desire is I'd like the real me to be seen, and I'm protecting people, not being a delinquent and bullying them.
Ooh, lots of things
So
happen.
what happens when I do that?
I will have to quadruple check, but if I'm remembering correctly, acting on with your virtue, I think you get experience points for that, and there's something else that it does that I can't remember.
Yeah, no, you get extra XP for doing the thing.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
Cool. I'll take extra XP. I'm rolling with 5 die, but
It's
that
terrifying.
doesn't count. Jesus Christ!
Is that a bad Jesus
That's
Christ or
4
a good one?
successes with all 5s.
Yo!
Hell yeah.
I rolled 1 bad die and it was a 2. The rest were 5s.
Oh
Wow,
yeah.
get rest.
Kaiden just like wrenches back and just right in the center of his face.
Nice. And it feels it. Oh boy. Okay, that's actually
Kaiden might be the most powerful of all the people and the Digimon.
the kid.
Kaiden would
The
be-
teenager
look.
is the strongest.
Kaiden would be a barbarian in D&D, and we all
Yeah.
know this.
Yeah.
As
Raging.
you punch it in the face, the hole on its back slides a little bit in the ground from the force.
Amazing.
And I think I'm gonna look at it as it's on its back and side, and I'm just like my sunglasses aren't polarized, like you can see my eyes through them, and I think there's that like glint of fire that happens in like anime, and Kaiden just goes, "I suggest you run before it gets worse."
That's so hardcore. That's so hardcore. Lucy, you are up. This Jagamon's looking a little more spooked, but it seems it's still trying to like fight. As it's trying to like right itself onto its front again and struggling. The crit gauge is full.
So, I read the options, and I think I know what I'm going to go with. I have a question though, because we discussed this.
Mhm.
I pick the critical evolution option. Is it a full evolution, or are we going with like the armored evolution thing that we were discussing before?
Ooh,
Like a
yes.
lesser evolution.
Um,
Is this a
this-
full evolution?
this would be a full evolution.
Okay, and it goes up to super, right?
Yeah.
So the penalty will be less severe if Kanamon evolves. Like it'll go one step higher. Okay, so what happens is Lucy starts to get really worked up. And she goes off on a bit of a rant. And she says, I am so tired of fighting. All we have done since we've gotten here is fight. All anyone has ever done around me is fight. And she's having a meltdown. She says, I just want the fighting to stop. And she freaks out. And then what happens is Sakanamon starts glowing. Sakanamon starts glowing into like an orange sort of ball. And I think that when Sakanamon evolves, goes from like, I guess, like the equivalent of like a dog level on the ground, and then you see Sakanamon grow in size to like a bipedal height that's about 5 feet tall, so a little bit taller than Lucy.
Perfect.
And then when the light fades, you see a bluish gray bipedal creature with 2 legs, but like from the waist up is a shark.
Let's go.
So it's a land shark with like, I guess, humanoid legs. And it is a bluish gray, and it's like a hammerhead shark. So it's a hammerhead land shark, essentially. So now Sakanamon has evolved into Rikusamon.
Perfect.
So I'm because you chose a critical evolution, right?
Mhm.
I think that affects all of our Digimon.
Yeah, I think all
Oh!
of them evolve.
You're
Because
right.
it says,
I forgot.
Yeah.
each PC Animon may evolve to
May
their
evolve,
highest
yeah.
available stage without the need to spend bond points or gain any required bond strain. So all of our Digimon can
Oh
can
shit! I
evolve.
didn't read that. Okay, you
I
see
will-
Lucy's first.
Yeah, I will say, uh, that is generally how it works. And I'm only going to make 2 changes to the critical evolution. One, once everyone has evolved to their like super stage once, then it will affect everybody. Because I think normally the critical evolution only becomes available once you hit level 3 and then you've unlocked your super stage. And I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. That sucks.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't realize that wasn't an option. I misread.
No,
Oh, well.
you're fine. I wanted to make something like that earlier, so you're okay.
Yeah.
So currently, while you're still level 1s and 2s,
Oh, then okay, so it. Oh, I was gonna say. That's why I asked if it was like the armored.
oh yeah,
evolution
yeah,
that
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah,
were
yeah.
talking
That's
about
why you
before.
asked.
Yeah.
No, that'll come later with plot. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll come later.
Plot.
Okay.
But for
Story.
now, whilst we're still like level 1 or 2, everyone kind of cycles through where they get their moment to digivolve. So this one instance is just you who's got Sakanomon digivolving, cause it's cool. Everyone wants to have
Okay.
the moment.
I had a I had a moment.
You had a moment.
Literally, Lucy had a meltdown. It was great. Okay, Land Shark, Rikusamon. Rikusamon is now standing in front of
In front of Jagamon over here.
Jagamon.
Jagamon.
Yeah, and how
Oh yeah, sorry.
is Jagamon the size? How tall is Jagamon? Like, how big is Jagamon?
Jagamon's probably like slightly bigger than Rikusamon. Like it's like bear-sized kind of, but like only a little bit, right? How big is Rikusamon? Like he's like taller than a person.
Rikusamon is 5 feet tall, so definitely
Ah.
taller than Lucy.
Yeah, so the Jagamon is bigger than Rikusamon, but a little bit. But Jagamon
Yeah,
sees
so-
this and is terrified. It's like, what? You're not meant to be able to digivolve as well? How'd you do that?
Like I said, it gets worse.
And Rikusamon's there, kind of like flexing. It's like, whoa, this is new. All right, don't worry, Lucy. I can take care of this now.
So Rikusamon's signature attack is a rank 2 aqua gun, and it doesn't it is efficient, so the first use is free. So what Rikusamon is gonna do is so I picture Rikusamon has actual guns like in a holster.
Nice.
So you see Rikusamon like pull these guns out, and you're like, wait, Rikusamon has fins. How does it work? But it just works. And then it just works. And Rikusamon pulls out actual aqua guns from and shoots and attacks
The young Jagamon over here.
Yagamon.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so because it's a rank 2, it gets 2 extra dice, correct?
Yeah.
And because, well, what was, if I can roll with heart, what is the reasoning for rolling with heart? Because if she's protecting,
Yeah, if you're trying to
Yeah.
protect someone.
I would argue that she's just trying to protect not just her friends, but like the town too.
Yeah,
argue
let's
she's
go.
trying to
I
protect.
believe.
Okay, so then plus 2 for rank 2 attack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spend a bond point to More dice.
Jagamon is gonna attempt to try and like shield himself with all of his rocks as well.
Because Lucy is about to choose violence right now, and so is Rikusamon. Let me see. So that is 1 bond point. 1 bond point. Okay.
Calculating all the dice.
Uh,
So many dice.
would my type feature have would Lucy's like little rant have counted towards giving a boost? Or hold on, wait a minute.
Oh,
Actually, can I use my Digivice, because it's one of the things a Digivice can do according to the rules, to give my Digimon boost for 1 attack? I'm pretty sure it's a thing I just read.
yes, it is a thing that they can do. As your Digivice starts glowing with this energy as you had this rant, and your Digimon has now Digivolved.
Yes. Let me see. What else? What else can I do? Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool.
So many dice.
So just hearing the clack of them all, I'm here sweating like my poor monster.
You love to hear it.
Ow.
That's 5 successes, 3 5s and 2 4s.
What? Okay. I was about to be here like, oh, but Jagamon with his 4 successes stops it. No, apparently not.
Get
So, you see a land shooting guns, which is hella hilarious.
Yeah.
You're like, how is he holding guns? But actually, can I retcon that the guns are just attached to his fins? Actually,
Sure.
it's way cooler. So the guns just points his fins at
Hell
this at this guy, and the water shoots at it, and let's see, how much damage is that? Oh, that is 6 damage. Is there any additional damage to that? So it's 6 base damage.
6 base damage, an extra 1 because you got 5 successes against this guy's 4, so 7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh, that's not too bad. Perfect. So as you fire this stream of just this jet of water that just starts to break apart all the bits and pieces of Jagamon's armor, Jagamon like roars in pains, like, "Ah! You brats! And this is what I get for trying to protect you all." And you can clearly see he's shaking. He is very much a scaredy cat.
Oh, shaking in your boots.
Poor little guy.
I'll remember this. I'll remember this. And he kind of like curls up into like his limbs kind of like curl up inside his main body, and he spins and starts to dig into the ground and kind of make a tunnel and kind of disappear for a little bit. For now, as far as you can tell, it seems that at less than half health, Jagamon is trying to retreat and kind of get his bearings.
Oh, is this going to be a problem later?
It might.
Um,
Do you want to dive in the tunnel
No,
and find out?
Stop! Nico across the field is like, don't do it!
Okay, here's my question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Samon just attacked with a whole bunch of water. Is there now water in the hole?
The hole is wet. Yes, it is kind of filling up. It's probably incredibly unpleasant for the poor Digimon in there.
Okay. I think for Lucy's turn, she is just going to continue to cry and have a meltdown. She is still having a meltdown. She's crying and shaking and just like
Of
not
course.
happy.
Of course.
Nymon is made out of water.
Nico, you see Bambimon next to you. Bambimon is feeling really proud of himself, and he's kind of like currently like looking at like the where the knocked out Devimon is, and then saw that whole evolution go down. Looks at you, Nico's like, "That's cool. Why can they do that? Why can't what?"
Because they're just that cool.
Wow.
You know what?
Oh,
Maximum respect, humility. This is why you're my best friend. You're the coolest. You can take everything. Yeah.
They're my best friend.
There's enough of me to go around. Let's not. Don't fight with my Digimon immediately, Kaiden, please.
Well,
Yeah,
as you can see, I can
win,
fight
Kaiden.
Digimon and win. Really?
No,
I'm scared you'll hurt him. I'm scared you'll hurt him.
I turn around and look at Bambimon and I'm like, really?
No. Like, Nico just kind of like shuffles in front of him, like, no. None of this. Why don't you go back to thinking about jumping in the hole? Okay, leave Bambimon alone.
No thinking, just jumping.
Ah!
But Bambimon does not look at the hole. It's like, we could probably try and follow after him, but that guy is really strong. I mean, I guess Sakanamon's doing fine. Sakanamon? No, not Sakanamon. Whatever Sakanamon turned into is doing just fine. But I don't think we can fight that guy as we are right now.
I can.
Yeah, well, not everyone's you, Kaiden, okay?
And Nayamon did pretty well.
Naimon just kind of.
Dramatic hair flip.
Yeah. I also look at Nayamon and I'm like, when do you do that?
And it's at this point, and Naimon kind of shrugs. And it's like, digivolving like that rapidly on the spot is not a common ability, actually. That's very unusual. But Jagamon seemed to recognize it. Do you think he's like that Dobermon from before?
Maybe. I feel
It
like
would
that
make
means we should
sense.
chase after him.
You just really want to go in the hole. Don't make excuses for the behavior you want to commit. You just want to go in the hole.
I'm like at the edge of the hole and
I
like
have a
look like I'm about to
question.
dive in.
No.
I have a question because Lucy has an action too after Rikusamon, correct?
Mm-hmm, that's correct.
Okay. Can Lucy see how far down this Jagamon got?
Yeah, no problem. You kind of like peer over the ledge there, and kind of like try to see, and it doesn't go too far down. The problem is that it goes down, and then it like it's a turn. It seems like it goes further in a direction. It seems. So you're not entirely sure where the end of the tunnel is, but you could like jump down and you'll be fine.
Okay. So what Lucy is going to do is okay. I would like to jump down into the hole, but I would like to land in a way where I'm like, okay, wait, how big is this creature? It's like bigger than
It's
Rikusamon, right?
definitely it's a big fella.
Actually, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can Rikusamon go in the hole?
Easily.
Does Rikusamon have the opportunity to move?
Easily enough. At this point, like you're still kind of sort of in combat, but I'm like breaking initiative for a little bit, so y'all can kind
Sure.
of freely do whatever you
I'd
need
like
to do
to.
at this
I would like to have it so that Rikusamon is basically sitting on this guy, so he can't move.
point.
I was gonna send Nayamon because Nayamon can teleport him back up to surface.
Ooh, you could send the
The-
both of them down there.
I think. I think Lucy is just like done with the fighting and says, Rikusamon, right? Can you just sit on that guy and keep him from leaving?
But on the Jagamon?
Yeah. just keep them from leaving, keep them from being mean to people. Just sit on them and pin them.
He kind of like does a little salute and is like, "Yeah, I can do that, no problem. I'll protect you, all of you." And dives. Does a full like proper dive into the hole after the spin.
That guy is way too eager to go into that hole. Damn.
Diamond, follow him.
Naimon
Just the
like
quiet.
just making sure. As Naimon like teleports just over the hole just to show off, and then falls into it, kind of like slowly levitating down. And
That's how you do it with style.
here is where we're going to take a slight 10-minute break, bathroom break, that kind of thing. That was a lot.
Yeah.
But we shall be back.
Really.
Hope you've all been having fun, both my lovely players and everyone watching. Tune in after the break. Welcome back to Digimon Restart. Oh, need to remove this. Welcome back to Digimon Restart. Um, Hope you've all got a snack, chilled out, things of that nature. We're just coming off of a conflict, a fight of sorts. Um, as our uh, young fishy friend has finally digivolved into his super stage to finally turn the tide of the battle. And now, as Rikusamon has kind of jumped into the tunnel that Jagamon's tried to escape by, we'll pick up kind of around there, I guess. Um, so Jagamon's kind of gone down this tunnel. Rikusamon kind of falls after. Nayamon falling after as well. Combat has effectively fizzled out enough that I'm not tracking initiative or anything anymore. Spencer.
Oh, Spencer. No,
Yeah.
I was gonna say Lucy just sits at the edge of the hole, cross-legged, and watches, like peers into it, and just is watching the hole.
Oh. Spencer, Spark kind of like runs up to you and is kind of looking in the direction of the hole. And like just, when something's caught a dog's attention and they just kind of like their ears are kind of in that direction, they're not really paying attention to anything else. He's like that, just kind of like really intently staring in the direction that Rikusamon went. Very kind of curious about what just happened to change him from one creature into another.
Yeah. That was something, eh, Spark?
Spark like whines like like
Yeah.
very concerned.
know. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think we should do, Spark? Do you think we need to follow after Yagamon? Do you think he's gonna come back? I don't know. What do you think we should do?
Spark kind of like gets like up, like kind of like ready, like it's kind of like yeah, we should follow, and is kind of about to like kind of like start heading in that direction, kind of looking up at you for like confirmation.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll grab Spark because nothing can happen to Spark, and I'll jump in the hole. I will
In the
turn. I
hole
will
we
turn around
go.
at the what are they
No.
called? The Abby Burger Mom.
Yeah.
I'll be like, watch after my bike, please. And then I'll scoop up Spark. I'll jump in the hole and I'll put Spark down. And do I need to roll anything for jumping in the hole?
No, you're fine. You're strong.
Okay,
You're
good.
strong enough as is that I think you'll just be able to do it fine. Like you probably do hurt yourself slightly, but like it's nothing for you. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lucy
Okay.
is still
I
normal.
think you jump in
still
the
watching.
hole, and Kaiden just looks at Nico and goes, "He needs supervision," and jumps in and goes with him.
Bambimon looks at you,
Yeah.
Nico. It's like your friends are really interesting. Do we jump after them, or is that like a terrible?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Just making sure.
We're not going in the hole. Everyone needs to stop going in the hole. Okay?
It's not that bad down here.
Lucy-
Nothing from you. I don't want to hear anything from you. Not right
Lucy
now.
is-
No guidance.
Lucy, yeah, Lucy's.
We're going.
Lucy is sitting at the edge, so if Nico wants to like just watch the hole with Lucy and not jump,
Well-
Lucy is sitting cross-legged and peering into the hole.
Nico is actually gonna because the Demi Devimon is like unconscious on the ground, isn't it? Still.
Yeah, and all of us
Where, like,
his
we left
two
it.
buddies were there looking at this and like we're not paid enough for this, and are kind of
Yeah.
currently gossiping with each other about something.
Nico's like,
Hilarious.
this is really like kind of mean, but Nico's like pulling the wings of the unconscious one, like trying to figure out like how it works a little bit, and it's like, she's more interested in what's happening with this one because it's small and it's unconscious, and if it wakes up, she can just punch it in the face again.
And then the punch counter will go up.
And the punch counter will go up. And she's also gonna use her Digivice to like scan it.
Of course. So you like as you examine this thing, it's so weird. It's just like a ball and then wings. It's trying to understand what's going on. This thing is very unusual, but like it's a creature, it's alive, and as you scan it, your Digivice triggers and goes, Devimon, basic stage, virus type. As the little image of it pops up, it's and it starts to like slowly wake up as it looks at you, kind of playing with like its ear wing things, and it's like, oh,
Like, you know when you hold up a really fascinating bug and you're like, wow.
And then it starts moving, and you're like, ah!
I think it's like the like Nico's caught between dropping it and then holding tighter to be like, no, I think I'm stronger than this.
It wiggles a little bit and realizes that I can't get out of this, and just sighs like, okay, so you caught me. What are you gonna do? Eat me? Boil me? Cook me alive?
Dramatic.
Nico's gonna like really kind of like look at Bamboo and be like, okay, but is eating Digimon a thing here?
Bambi,
Like, what do you taste like?
Bambimon like thinks deep about this. What do I taste like? I bet I taste like chicken. But no, we're not gonna eat Digimon.
Okay, no. Well, okay, so we're not gonna eat you, but we might kill you
Oh,
if you don't answer my questions.
that'd be super inconvenient. I don't want you to kill me. If you do, I'll get sent back to the boss, and then that'll be really bad for me. Oh, and tries to cover
that's
his
it.
mouth.
That's right there. That right there. Boss. Who's the boss?
What boss? I said Ross. Yeah, I like, my favorite artist is Rick Ross. I don't know who that is.
You're really just digging yourself a hole here, little guy. Really just digging a hole. Come on, just tell me who your boss is. I'll let you go.
Guys, looks up at his buddies who are still flying. They look and are like, nah, man, and dip. Abandon.
See, your options are rapidly disappearing.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? I was told by my boss, his name is Lord Ball. He's a really nice guy. He's very smart. And he told me you need to watch over my new minions. Well, he didn't say minions, but you know that's what he meant, right? So the big guy, right? The big potato-looking dude. Um, so that guy got given a thing that's supposed to make him super strong, and then he like digivolved and whatever. But it doesn't work properly. So the boss wanted me to watch him and pretend to be his underling, so I can make sure that it works properly.
Okay, so you're the mastermind in this situation between you guys.
No,
yeah. So you're this guy's boss. This guy that's in the hole.
No,
this big guy. You're his boss.
He starts panicking. It's like, I worded that badly. I'm less a boss and more like a supervisor, you know? I just...
But you're still a boss.
Oh, so you're worse.
Oh, that's hard. Listen, this wasn't my idea, okay? Jagamon wanted to be strong enough to protect his village, so the boss gave him the power to do that. But then the thing is, he's using these things. What do you know about tags and crests? Have you ever heard those? You know what that is?
Pretend that I know nothing.
Okay.
I want to know what you know.
Oh, this is gonna be... Okay, so...
Spark knows it.
Spark nods his head like, totally know it. But Devimon explains that a long time ago, like way before, I don't know, maybe hundreds of years, thousands of years. I'm not good at history. There were these items that represent different ideals, and if you can clutch tight to them and believe in them, it gives you strength beyond strength. For us Digimon, it lets us digivolve. Don't know what to do with a human though. But The problem is we don't know where those are anymore. We haven't seen them in a long time. So the boss has tried to find a way to try and make them his own. I don't really know the specifics of his own tags and crests, but it seems that they take whatever emotion. Let's say you have a crest of courage, as is the case with Jagamon. It feeds on your courage to give you strength. But if you keep overusing it, then you lose that courage and you become a bit of a baby like he is.
Okay. So you guys don't know where the real ones are. You're making fake ones to kind of
Yeah, I mean,
simulate it. Okay.
pretty much. I mean, like, who cares if they're fake? They still get the job done and get strong.
Right. But it didn't go so well, did it?
Yeah, it's like super bad for the people who overuse it. You know, Jagamon over there is kind of a bit of a jerk, and he's now bullying this town that he's supposed to protect. I don't think he even really remembers why he was protecting this place, so I guess that's bad, but skill issue.
Nico really just wants to hurt this thing. Like, really bad.
This thing is so annoying.
Like,
Nico's understanding Kaiden in this moment.
yeah, it's on a knife edge right now, and it could go either way, depending. Like, Bamimon, like, what do you think? Do you think we should teach this guy a lesson?
Bamimon is there like, yeah, like a black eye would be good, Yeah, you can. And Demimon starts freaking out. It's like, no, no, please, no black eyes. I need both of my eyes. I read a lot. I use them. I lied. I don't read a lot, but I want to.
Okay. How do you feel about Nico takes out of her pocket an old lighter that they've had for a couple of years and flicks it on? It's like, how do you feel about fire?
Wait. Let's not do anything hasty. I've got an idea. How about this? I can help you. I can help you. I can, if you don't burn me or my wings, or my feathers or anything, you see, Jagamon sleeps a lot, right? And right now you just beat him up, and he's not used to that. So he's gonna go back to his little fort and just through that tunnel, and that tunnel is really complicated, and you can't get through that. It's not happening. Um, but I can lead you there and wait until he's asleep, right? And I'll show you where he keeps his crest, and you can take it, and he should lose his power. Does that sound good?
It's a skill issue.
It's a skill issue, yeah. Okay, so you promise that you will lead us there, not try to leave, and we'll let you go at the end.
Promise. Yes. Demons never ever break promises. Wait, that's devils. But still.
That doesn't sound true. That doesn't sound correct.
Lucy, can Lucy hear this
Yeah,
conversation
you can
from
hear
what
this.
she's saying?
Yeah, like when yeah.
Does Lucy get a good like vibe off of it? Like, is this guy lying to her friend? Can she tell from just listening?
I
can
don't
I-
think you even need a role. I think you, with how good you are at picking up people's emotions, can tell very easily that this thing is more scared that it's going to get sent back to its boss, which it claims will happen if you kill it. So it's probably not going to like betray you immediately, at least.
I think Lucy stands up from her seated position and walks over to where Nico is interrogating this Devimon and just says, if you don't cooperate with whatever they say, you know that we know how to send you back.
I don't like that. I don't like her. She's scary.
I love everybody taking a page out of Kaiden's book.
Okay.
It's lovely.
I promise. I won't. I'll be on the level. I'll lead you there, and I'll be all good. And once I've done that, you'll let me go, right? Like I won't. That's fine, right?
Nico's
Lucy
gonna
looks
let
at
Nico's not gonna
Nico.
let it stew for a bit. I'm gonna like there's a really long pause just to really make it sweat. And then Nico's like, yeah, of course we'll let you go, and flicks the lighter off and puts it away back in their pocket.
And Lucy just looks at Demon, does this sort of thing like, I will be watching, because she's the observant one. She watches.
Of course.
If anybody tries anything funky, she'll notice.
So,
Also, Nico would probably know this, but Kaiden left his bag again.
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh no,
Nico
don't worry.
would-
I was gonna shove Devimon into a bag.
Oh,
that
I
was
was
100%
gonna-
my
I was-
plan.
I was gonna say, Kaiden brings rope to camp.
Oh, even
so
better.
you can
Perfect.
balloon tie Devimon.
100%.
That's so funny. That's
Using
so funny.
all of the skills that Nico has gained over the many years of going to camp with Kaiden on like knots.
Yep.
Nico makes like a really like really good like fisherman's knot around Devimon's foot. Like, you're not going anywhere, buddy.
He's just having the worst day. But eventually, so I'll shift the scene back to Spencer
The
and
hole?
Kaiden, who are
The hole.
the hole.
We're in the hole.
You're in the hole.
Whole crew.
So you're kind of like marching through this place, and Nyamon teleports back to the two of you and Spark, and it's like a very interesting development has happened.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing is the tunnel splits into multiple paths, so we should probably wait until everyone else has joined us so before we continue. The second,
Well, I mean, Spark is really good at tracking.
Spark
Yeah,
is really good
so
at
am I.
track. Well, then we should still probably collect everyone so that we don't track on our own. The
True,
second
and
thing, and she teleports away again, and then teleports back, and she's just holding this tiny Chisamon. Chisamon's like a jellyfish, right?
Yeah, like a blobby jellyfish. Yeah.
She's just holding this jellyfish that just looks kind of sad.
I think when presented with this little guy, she just runs over and like scoops it up, and just like, it's you, right? And she like looks it in the eye to make sure it's like some friend.
It kind of like kind of blobs all over you, kind of like, yeah, it's me. I got small and I don't know what happened. I was so strong and
It's
cool.
okay. okay. It's okay.
And just
You-
starts
You're
crying.
still. It's okay. I'm also upset. We can be upset together.
And the whole group is now
Yeah.
fully joined.
Yeah,
again.
I think I'll boost Spencer and Spark back up out of the hole, and then me and Naimon just teleport out.
Of course. So it's this
Oh,
point
we're
now.
going out of the hole?
I think
Well,
like as
we
you're
have
about
to
to
go
boost
back
Spencer
together.
out of the hole is when you see Nico as well with the Devimon balloon. Kind of, I can lead you down the hole. I'll be your friend. I promise.
Good, you better be.
Okay.
Oh no, he'll behave. Trust me.
I'm worse.
He knows what happens
I'm-
if he doesn't.
I'm worse than her, just so you know.
Hiding behind Nico. Just hiding.
I just slowly take out the pocket knife. Way worse.
You guys are all scary. What kind of?
Lucy?
Oh yeah.
No, Lucy just looks like Hayden and says, "No, I'm fairly confident that guy's not going to mess with us. I know how to send him back to his boss."
Devimon is just shivering. I'm like, okay, I got the message. Let's go. Gosh, you
I
guys
have
are
a
all
feeling
scary.
that the one we beat up is like the guy we beat up last time.
Oh, did you meet someone else like him?
A Doberman?
Doberman.
Oh, that's Black Gobblumon. Yo, they actually found out how to digivolve using it.
Using what?
The thing, there must have been like a crest with them if you met Doberman, right? Did you pick it up? Did you eat it? Did you sell it?
We
They didn't have one.
They didn't have one.
we didn't see one.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, that's fine. I hope that they're doing well. I mean, I'm lying. I don't hope they're doing well. They really scare me. But you
They
know.
were they were a bit of a crybaby after we beat them up.
Yeah.
Oh, so
They're
that's how
not
they're
that
normally
scary.
like.
They're
Ah,
Black
They were nice.
Gabumon again.
that makes sense. As Black Godmon, we gave them the crest of love, I think it was. Because she was all like, oh, I'm going to protect all my friends and I love them so very much and we're all together all the time. But whenever I
Mm.
talked to her, she was just mean.
What does it look like?
It's like a piece of like plastic thing and it's like got a heart symbol, but like kind of cracked a little.
Wait, we do have that.
Wait, you
Yeah, we
do?
did find
Oh
that.
yeah, we do.
Nico has
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
gave it to
Sorry, I
Nico.
picked it up. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I have it in my pocket. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
forgot that
I
Nico
think
picked it up.
Kaiden looks at Nico and is like, wait, the broken heart thing, the thing that didn't feel good when we touched it.
Yes.
Oh,
Of
yeah. What?
course. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, and everyone decided that they wanted to touch
Hold
it,
on.
and I was like, no.
You
Stop
have it wrapped
touching
up in
it.
your pocket.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember wrapping it up after trying to touch it, and then
So what is that?
So this is a crest?
Yeah. Oh, and it looks at Demon looks at specifically Kaiden and Lucy since they weren't there before. Like, yeah. So those things they give Digimon huge amounts of power, but that one's fake.
is
Basically,
that why it didn't feel good?
kinda.
Touched it?
What it does is if you use it and you know how to activate it, it draws on all of the love that you feel for your friends and family and uses that to kind of power itself up and you digivolve.
That explains why he was so mean to his friends.
Yeah, it drained all the love out of them.
I feel like
That's
to get
messed up.
power, it shouldn't be draining the love, but making the love stronger.
That's how the original ones
is-
worked, I heard.
It doesn't work properly. We shouldn't be using them.
How do we destroy them?
Terry Digimon looks really distressed. It's like,
How do we destroy them?
to be
I
honest,
crack my knuckles.
okay, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I imagine like a really strong force could do it, but I don't think you guys have that kind of power. No offense, it was made by Baal. If you bring it to Lord Baal, he could definitely destroy it though, no problem.
I mean,
I feel like we
punch
shouldn't take
Dragonmon
it
in
to
the
the guy
face.
who made it. I don't think we should take it to the guy who made it.
I agree
That
because
doesn't feel
he'll
right.
I think
be
we
really
could
mad
destroy
at me.
it with my level 2 sword.
Your level 2 what?
Mm.
Looks at your stick.
Well, what if I tried this and I flicked the knife open? Does this work?
No.
I really don't want. This seems dangerous. I don't. Please don't.
Can I try it?
You want me to hold it while you try to cut it in half?
No, I'll hold it. I don't want to hurt
Okay.
you.
Don't touch it with your bare skin again. We don't want
No,
that.
remember, like blood circle. You all have to be a certain amount of space away from me while I have a knife. It's a safety thing.
Yeah.
Not bad.
You don't want any
Lucy,
splashback from that, guys.
Circle.
Lucy like takes an extra step back and sits on the ground, cuddling Chisamon.
I'm
Shisamon.
gonna try to cut
Yeah.
this thing.
Perfect.
Spencer's definitely too close.
Yeah.
Spencer, you need to back up. I'm not gonna do it unless you back up.
Okay. An inch.
Nico, help.
And you're just like quietly like, no, come on, Spencer. Here's a good place where you can see it, and like turns so that they're
Okay.
like far enough away but can very clearly still see what's happening.
Yeah.
Spark.
I think Kaiden's doing like that anime like kneeling down so he's not standing fully up and cutting it in his palm so Spencer can like look down at it instead of like trying to look up. And is just gonna cut it.
So as you're
Or try
attempting,
to.
as you're attempting to cut it, we'll jump to Chisamon for a bit, who kind of like looks up at you, Lucy, and is like, did you You touched that thing as well earlier, right?
The crest?
Yeah.
I mean, for a little bit, yeah.
Was it really that bad? I mean, I don't like being small. Maybe I could use it to juice myself and get stronger.
Uh, no, I don't want. So, from what I understand, it's makes you stronger temporarily, and then it makes you feel bad, and it drains all of your power. And I'm not gonna let that happen to you. Okay? It
Chisamon,
doesn't matter how big you are. You're still my friend, and I won't let anything bad happen to you.
Chisamon like takes all this in and kind of like snuggles against you and is like, "You're right. And besides, we don't need to be like evil and strong to be cool, right? It's
No, we don't need to be big because it's not the size of the fighter, it's the size of the fight.
Skill issue.
skill issue." Well, then that's okay. Then I'm glad that we're friends then. Even if I'm not that big. I think that's
Oh,
nice.
Lucy puts Cheesemon on her shoulder and she says, "You know what? I like this. You fit perfectly. You fit. You fit perfectly up there."
And it's at about this time when Kaiden, as you're trying to clutch the crest to see if you can break it, there isn't even a roll for it. As soon as you put pressure on the knife, it sparks and the knife bounces up and sticks in the wall somewhere.
And that, Spencer, is why we stay outside of the blood circle.
I'm gonna try something else.
Thank you.
Kaiden, I think Kaiden felt something during the fight, like realizing, like when I realized I was kind of using my virtue.
Mhm,
I think Kaiden felt that. Kaiden's going to put both hands on either side of the crest and is going to try to overload it and break it in half.
I
Being
love
that my
that.
virtue is love.
That is true. That is correct. You start pushing them together, and it kind of like you can feel resistance. Like it's like holding two magnets to each other, but like a little bit stronger than even that. Um, Using whatever stat you feels appropriate. Please make a test for me. You are using your
Okay.
virtue for this, so I'm simply gonna say add an
Yeah.
extra 2 dice to it.
I would like to argue that I also want to add my desire to that, not for dice or anything, but like for the real me to be seen. Because I think as Kaiden's doing this, he says, "You can't take something I have an unlimited resource of."
I love that.
And I'm going to use Spirit, which is my second highest stat. So that's 3, and you gave me 2 extra dice.
Mm-hmm,
So I also am going to do Don't Mess With Me because I feel this is defying authority in a way.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And also Tough as Nails because I'm using a physicality aspect. So that's an extra die for that. And so I'm rolling 6 die.
Not too shabby.
Okay. Don't fuck me up. That's all successes.
Hey, not too
Nice.
Let's
bad.
go.
Not too
With
bad.
1 6 and 1 5.
1 6 and 1 5. Give me a moment to check something real quick.
Hell yeah.
As essentially this crest itself would be attempting to resist you, and I need to find where that would be. I hope I didn't delete that specific folder. I know roughly what should be rolling. Hmm. You start as you say this, and you kind of force them together. For a moment, it looks like it's going to like explode again as like sparks and energy are flying off it, until eventually you hear like a lovely snap as it all connects together, and the weird dull gray color that it had kind of fades away, and it turns the same color as your Digivice. as the crest of love is connected in the hole.
Nice.
Told me not to
Hell
touch it, right,
yeah.
Nico?
Well, because I didn't want you to get sucked into that weird headspace again. That wasn't great to watch.
They can't steal something I have so much of.
Oh, Naimon like puts like a hand on your shoulder and smiles and is like, looks like you knew that the whole time, huh?
I kind of want to bite it to see if it's plastic or if it's like a stone.
You bite it. It's weird. It has the texture of plastic, but like you bite it and like you kind of try and like twist it. It doesn't move at all, and you don't know what it's made out of. Like it just doesn't. It can't be plastic, but it doesn't feel like metal. It's whatever.
You
Can
see,
I put it to my Digivice? Like touch it to my Digivice?
You touch it to your Digivice, and the Digivice glows, and on its screen you see that crest pop up. Oh, yeah, perfect. You see that little crest pop up, and slowly but surely, as it lights up, a small like a bright light shines out of it, and an object starts to come out of the screen. And as it leaves, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Before once it finally finishes, and the light dies down, you're left with what kind of looks like a weird lotus shaped object. It's like pink and it's got that same actually no, it wouldn't be pink. I'm trying to check what this is what it looks like. You're holding what looks like a weird oval shaped thing, and there's wings on the side and a heart print on it, as you're holding the Digi Egg of Love.
Oh. I look at Naimon. What?
Naimon looks at that and it's like, that's a Digimental, or a Digi Egg. They give birth to more forms of power. This is gonna take a while to explain. We probably need to catch up to Jagamon, and I can give you the lowdown on it as we go.
Okay. Does it fit in my pocket?
It's kind of awkward to try and fit it in your pocket. Like you stuff it in there, and it's not
Don't you-
quite.
I think Lucy says, "Don't you have a bag somewhere?"
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Nico,
yeah,
do
you do
have
have
my
a bag.
bag?
No, yeah, I do. I do, funnily enough, have your bag.
Can I have it?
Yeah.
Also,
Please stop dropping it on the ground and forgetting it.
I look at Devimon and I'm like, if you break my rope, I will kill you.
Noted. I actually believe that threat. I will be the best to your rope. It'll be better than you. And he starts trying to
Good.
slowly tug in the correct direction.
Demi Devimon having like 5 death threats to his life.
Like he was there thinking, "Oh, I got a super easy job. I can eat as much as I want." But no.
A bunch of teenagers arrived and said, "No, we're going to kill you."
Yeah, I look at Naimon and I'm like, this makes me the most powerful out of all of us, right? That I
Oh
did
yeah,
this and have
100%,
this?
100%. Like fist bumps you and everything.
Yeah.
Lucy just looks at Chisamon and does like earmuffs because he's like, "Oh, we're the most powerful now," and then just earmuffs Chisamon and
Lucy,
glares
your
at
Digimon's
Kaiden.
still really cool. Like you can't like power does not equal coolness.
Just don't let them
They
hear
turned into a
it.
shark with guns.
Chisamon's just like,
little-
what are they saying? What are they saying?
Shh, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. They're just a little sensitive right now, Kaiden. Okay. And then just like, no, Kaiden
hope
was
I'm
just saying
strong.
how cool you are. And then Lucy kind of stands up from like her seated position, watching everything, and just says, "So we have to follow. We have to follow Yagamon. Like, what's the deal? I'm actually tired, exhausted, not like
Spencer
sleepy,
would
but
like to-
just emotionally tired."
Spencer shouts up out of the hole, "Can you lower my bike?"
Oh, my skateboard's
sort
up
of
there
like-
too.
And
So-
a kind of skateboard, and just like
Nico
skateboard.
kicks the skateboard so that it rolls into the hole down.
Of course it does.
Thanks.
So
Welcome.
Thank you.
As
Okay,
y'all,
everyone, follow me. Spencer gets on their bike and starts riding down the tunnel.
of course. So as you all kind of like start moving, and Chisamon, not Chisamon, Demi Devmon basically explains the plan of, yep, we'll follow me, we'll make our way to where Jagamon is currently asleep, probably, and just steal the crest. Just steal it. What's he gonna do? Until eventually you, following the tunnels, Spencer, you like get lost a few times because you kind of like go ahead of everybody and then like go like, oh wait, Spark went a different direction, and then Spark is also then going the wrong direction, and then eventually you have to link up with everybody. But eventually you make your way into the other end of the tunnel, and as you kind of pull and crawl yourself up out of it, you look around and you're inside what looks like was once like a really beautiful castle, with like there's like paintings and statues, and it's very ornately decorated, or it would be, but everything has been like smashed up and graffitied, and there's trash everywhere. There's like food wrappers and plates, and just it's just a mess. It's just a
What kind of
mess.
place?
Of course, of course. But Demon's like, okay, so we're gonna move really carefully. There's like some other guys who like operate here as well, but they're not like one of like my crew or whatever. They're like people that Jagamon is bullied into helping to like cook and prepare things for him. So as long as we don't start a fight, should be okay, probably. And I'll just tell everyone that you're my guests or something. It'll be cool. So everyone be cool, right?
I don't think you're a
Right.
person to say that.
Everyone just looks down like, but you kind of wander and follow into this castle. There's a point where you like turn a corner and you bump into like, it looks like this is like a reptilian looking creature, but like bipedal on two legs. But instead of like having like scales and stuff, it's like plant like. It's like part plant, part lizard. As it looks at you all, looks at Demimon, looks at Kaiden, and it's like, I didn't see anything. Turns around.
Damn right.
Until eventually you make it to like a large room that must have been like the master bedroom or something like that. And you don't enter it immediately because Demon stops and says, okay, so Jagamon's behind there, and if you can hear, he's super asleep, and you can hear snoring, rumbling, shaking to the floor even. So we gotta do this. Okay, we can do this loud. I just don't recommend it, but we can.
I think we
Lucy?
try it quiet first, and then if that doesn't work, Kaiden, you can punch him.
Okay.
Lucy puts her finger up to her lips.
Spark becomes incredibly quiet. He's like a whole tracking dog and everything, just prowling right next to the door and looking at you all, waiting for like orders. Like, okay, we're doing this. We're doing this.
Nico is gonna stop Amimon from going any further and be like, "You do fall over a lot. I don't know whether we should let you in."
Bambimon looks
Spark could try and
offended.
get it.
Ooh, Spark like
We
nods
could just send
excitedly.
Spark in. Mhm.
Yeah, we could just send Spark in, maybe.
Bambimon
I
was
mean-
like, yeah, Spark's got like what, toe beans, right? It's really quiet. And just kind of holds up a dog paw.
I mean, Nyamon moves by floating, so
Oh.
We can send them both in.
she's legit like silent.
Chisamon's a blob.
Babimon's looking at all this like, oh, so I'm the only noisy one here. Cool, I see how it is.
You're not noisy, you're
Yeah.
just clumsy.
Yeah, and that makes you noisy.
Yeah.
Fair.
Again, something we can improve on. We're gonna have pep talks after this. It's gonna be fine.
Self-improvement, join the movement. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my
Skill
gosh.
issue.
Is Bambimon just like a walking motivational speech or motivational poster?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
love this.
And like Nico both loves and hates it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
like
Some of the cringiest
Or-
words ever to exist come from this Digimon, but she's also kind of like, no, but it's kind of fun though.
yes,
It's right, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like that he's right.
If you, it's not cringy if you don't think too hard about it.
So
I'm
right.
become
Spark's
cringe.
nature is
Mhm.
eager, which makes him confident but overambitious. So I do think that while y'all are talking,
He's
Spark
just
is
gone.
already halfway in
Yes, yes.
the room. We don't have patience. There's a lot of talking
Yeah.
going on. Spencer and Spark are
100%.
both very bored.
Oh
I
no.
Spark
think
is already halfway in.
I think Nayamon is very much like Kaiden, so Nayamon is watching Spark
Spark.
and is probably just right next to him. Just because if anything goes down, she could just teleport him out.
Oh,
Perfect.
that's great. Yeah.
Hmm.
I need Spark and Nymon to make some agility tests for me, please. Let's go.
Cool.
Agility.
Is there anything I can add to this roll besides?
Don't forget,
bond
you can
points?
add bond. You can spend bond points to add dice. So you can spend 1 to gain 2. Spend
I
2
don't
to gain.
think Spencer is ever going to cash in a bond point with Spark. Would speed give Spark an extra die? Or no, I think
Not
he's
in
gonna
this
go
case.
slow because he's like
Yeah.
creeping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh, that's fine. I've got
Hmm.
3 successes.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna take the 3 die and see what happens.
I believe.
Oh,
What does the bond point thing in the chat mean?
That's also 3
Oh.
successes.
Yes. You have
it means you have an extra bond point, so maybe you should spend it because you're over your max, probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Anna has
Can
used channel points to give you an extra point for you to spend.
Oh, thank you. Can I use that, Didi?
absolutely.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's 2 more successes.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Nice.
We both got max successes.
All of the successes.
That's 5
fives.
in total, right?
5 in
And
total.
the successes for you? 'Cause you
5
said 3
successes for me.
and 3 for me, so both of us got max successes.
Nice.
Perfect. As Spark kind of like creeps forward, there's a moment where like he steps on like a weird creaky floorboard and freezes, and like Nyamon's there like prepared to teleport him out there as Jagamon like and goes back to snoring.
Yeah.
But Spark sniffs around, kind of remembering the smell of the crest of love, and uses kind of that to track down and find kind of underneath like this Jagamon is sleeping not like on a bed, but on a bunch of pillows that have all been like pulled together in a pillow fort. And kind of sticking out from underneath one of them is what must be its crest.
Cool. I think Spark is just gonna
Just
grab it, right? Which
yeah,
I
just
guess is
grab
not
it.
very clever, but he is going to do it.
Yeah, easy enough. As Sparks goes and like, no, and holding it in their mouth. So now we have a problem. Spark is holding this fake crest in his mouth, and is there feeling a rush of emotions. I need Spark to make me a. What would this be? I think.
Heart?
Yeah, this is probably a heart test, I think. The difficulty is 3, I'm gonna say.
Okay. 3 6s, baby.
Perfect.
4, so it's 4 successes.
4 successes, even better. For a moment, you see like Spark's tail like goes down, and like they're about to like run and like yelp and kind of make noise as they kind of feel all of their courage leaving their body, and then they look at you, Spencer, who's probably gently calling
Little treat
a
from the back.
little treat, and they rush over and like jump into your arms, and they're shaking as they don't seem to like this effect of this crest.
I'll take it.
You take it.
Kaiden Kaiden has a cloth and quickly takes it out of Spencer's hand.
Perfect, perfect.
Ooh, that
You're
did feel nice.
yeah, it felt bad. Even for that few seconds, like you just felt like dread. Ugh.
I give it to Nico in the cloth.
Nico is just gonna be the pack mule for this entire thing. It's fun. Nico just like tucks it away, like I'll keep it safe.
It's mostly that like Kaiden and Spencer aren't the responsible ones.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust either of them to keep a hold of it.
So it's like either Nico or Lucy are gonna be carrying
No.
the crests.
Perfect, perfect. So it's at this point.
Lucy has a backpack if things are needed to be carried. Like, Nico doesn't have to carry everything.
That is true.
Nico's so used to it.
Well,
Every
because-
time they go out with Kaiden,
Kaiden's
it's just like
ADHD.
a second bag. Like Nico always ends up with that like 2 backpacks, kind of attacking,
Lucy,
like pushing each other on their back.
Lucy just says, you know, I have a backpack. I can carry some stuff too, Nico.
It's okay. It's not that big. Like the crests are like this big or something, aren't they? Like they're not huge.
Yeah, they're pretty small.
That fits in my pocket. It's fine.
It's
Okay.
It's at this point now, as whatever influence this crest was having on Jagamon is starting to unstably fade and disappear. Jagamon wakes up in a start, and you see this like energy coming off his body, but he's still currently Jagamon as he looks around and is like, "Where is it? What happened to my strength? No, I still need it. No!" And he starts throwing a tantrum as he's roaring and he's shooting all the rocks off of his body. He's not like attacking y'all. He hasn't even like realized you're there really, even though it would be pretty easy for him to notice. Y'all have a problem. The whole castle, he's just destroying and breaking things, and you need to get the fuck out of here right now.
See,
I
Puts Chisamon like in her backpack, like, you know, like have Chisamon sticking out from the top of the backpack, zips it up so Chisamon is still sticking out, but like is secure in the backpack, and she just sprints for the exit of the hole and is just running. Doesn't even think twice.
Nice.
I'm gonna pick up Bambimon and I'm gonna start
you don't have to do.
skateboarding,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna have Nayamon grab Lucy and Nico's hands and teleport them to the exit.
Rad.
Because me and Spencer can get out because we have mobility stuff, and Spark is quick.
So with that, Nico and Lucy, as you're like, Lucy, you're like already ahead of people. Naimon struggles to actually catch up to you and is like, grab my hand, please. And just gently boop, teleports. Kaiden and Spencer, I'm gonna need you two, on the other hand, to make reflex tests as the building is falling apart all around you.
Cool.
No.
You got this.
That's my
Do I
worst one.
get a die for using my item?
Yes. You get
Okay.
2 extra die for using an item, as it effectively counts as
Okay.
if you're spending a bond point.
I'm also gonna add tough as nails. And then my type feature, I'm showing how tough I am.
I believe in you.
Would Hardy count here?
Yeah, it would. There's rocks that are falling on top of you. You know, that's bad.
I'll bash into some walls
Uh,
and door frames for extra speed.
Yes.
That's 5
Okay.
successes.
Okay, that's very good.
For me, 3 successes, 2 sixes.
3 successes, 5 successes. So Spencer is just barely gonna be fine here. Kaiden, you cruise through this. But the two of y'all, like at some point, you're realizing that we're not getting out of here in time. And you see like a window that's like been like bashed up, and it's like just a wall that leads outside.
Yeah.
And you just ride out of
Barrel through.
it. Do some sick air tricks and land. as you look behind you and you see this old crumbling castle falling apart, and kind of tumbling out of it, still shooting rocks everywhere, is Jagamon, as it's covered in light that starts to kind of like wrap around it and then leave. And what lands isn't Jagamon anymore, but instead you see this creature, that, following the food themes of the Bergamons and the likes, looks like it's made out of potatoes. Like its head is a potato, its hair is made out of potato wedges, and
I
it's
love this
wearing like
Digimon so much.
overalls.
Oh my
Delicious.
god.
I
That's
love
so cute.
Podamon.
And is there like,
I
whoa?
mean,
Oh yeah, sorry. Continue.
no. Please go.
This this potato guy is there like, what happened? What? Oh, ow, my head. No, that was nasty.
Spencer's gonna walk up
Yeah, Kaiden's probably
and
gonna
is
go up
gonna
too.
offer a treat from their backpack. And is going to say, "Hi, I'm Spencer. Who are you?"
Looks up in confusion like, name's Podamon. Oh. And
Podamon.
very reluctantly like takes the treats, very confused, and starts munching on it. And then now he's like, okay, I'm hungry again. And you see him pull out from seemingly thin air like a bag of like French fries and starts just munching on it while talking with y'all. Offers some to you, Spencer.
Yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
Podamon, you know you don't need to use that thing to protect your friends, right?
Podamon's like there thinking, he's like trying to like remember all the stuff that's been happening in the whole time when he was Jagamon. It's like, whoa, I was a jerk. Whoa,
Yeah,
I was a huge jerk. Oh,
I kind of punched you in the face.
I probably had it coming. That's why my nose hurts. Well, not my nose. I don't really have one of those. I knows I have no nose. Eh?
Spencer
That's
loves
funny.
that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaiden also
terrible.
laughs at it.
That was so terrible, it actually hurt.
Lucy,
It was a
Lucy
good
does-
one.
Lucy doesn't
No.
even crack a smile because she's totally like sad girl about something else entirely. She's not
Aw.
even paying attention.
So Podamon, are you from here or are you from that village?
Podamon's like, yeah, I'm from the nearby village over there, right? There's like a bunch of Bergamon stuff.
Yeah.
My the chief and boss are there too, you know. And I was, well, things have gotten kind of crazy lately. The weird Jigsaw army has been roaming through and causing problems, right? Damn Yigs, hate a lot of them.
I mean, you know, you all can stand together, and that's probably more powerful than one person being super strong.
Yeah, but I didn't want to put them in danger, right? They've all done so much for me, and like, what if Bergamon ends up kicking the bucket because of all this? He's my rival, and I can't let him go down until I have managed to beat him in a cook-off. So
Okay,
I
but
want.
like, how many Bergamon are there actually, and what Bergamon are you talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about. And Podamon stops for a second. It's like, wait, you're humans, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder you can't. Humans are terrible at pronouncing Digimon names. I could say Bergamon and you would not get it. Waiter Bergamon. The guy is always really well dressed.
Oh, he's really nice.
Yeah. I hate his guts. I'm gonna beat him in a cook-off one day. We hang out every Tuesday.
It's good to have
It
goals.
doesn't sound like you hate him. It sounds like you're a really good friend and you just want to have competition with each other.
Ugh, never. I'll crush him
Can
with the greatest of bake-offs.
is can Lucy tell if Kaiden is correct?
Yeah, Tad's
Like,
100% correct. Like the whole time he was
Okay.
talking about how much Bergamon sucks, like he's got a big smile on his face. They're rivals.
They're
That's such a
friendly
big
rivals.
thing for Nico as well. Like Nico sat there like, that's how I used to feel about Kaiden.
I think Kaiden just kind of like looks at Podemon and looks at Nico and goes, "You know, we were rivals at one point.
Yeah.
Now we're best friends."
Whoa.
Whoa, rivals who are
I mean,
friends?
we're still competitive with each other.
Yeah, but now I don't hate his guts when we play these games together.
I also punched a kid in the face for
Yeah.
her. I still punch him in the face every time I see him. He sucks.
Yeah, Joey sucks.
Yeah, he does. But like, you can be friends with somebody and still have competition with them.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And I have to
Did
apologize.
you make
to
each other
America.
better?
Yeah.
Whatever. Now you're making me feel all sappy. Stop it! Stop it! I hate it.
Hey, all's fair in love and competition.
Yeah.
Whatever the
That's
case.
definitely the phrase.
And Pokemon's still like munching on chips the whole time, until eventually he kind of like looks at y'all and is like, "I'm gonna head down to the village. I'm gonna tell everyone that you stopped. And oh man, I don't even know if they even realized I was Jagamon. Oh, that's gonna be so embarrassing."
I mean, we can be there when you tell them.
Yeah, that's no. That's.
I think they did probably know it was you.
They did, I think.
They.
I'm also saying we can go back because I kind of want some more burgers.
Yeah.
I do have several more to collect.
As a crew.
I think,
Burgers.
Nico, I think there's a lot more than just several to collect.
Well, I better get started.
So
Luckily,
as a
I can
crew,
eat a lot of burgers.
we're very nearly at the end of the session, but as your gang kind of goes back down to the village, I'll speed through some bits as Podemon kind of like goes over to the two onion burgermons, the chief and the boss, and like has like a big apology, like, "Oh, I was a jerk. I'm sorry. It won't happen again." And the Bergamot, the Onion Mon, I guess I'll stick with calling Onion Mon for now. The Onion Mon that was holding like the rolling pin goes over and bops him on the head. One good one. It's like, that's what you get. Bop! And that's what you get for scaring us, for thinking that bad things happen to you. Bop! And that's what you get for expenses for all the damage you've caused.
Okay.
And then they give him a hug.
I was like, that's enough.
It's too many slices.
And they give him a hug, and it's like, we're just glad that you're no longer under whatever weird influence. Now, come on, you got food to make.
What was the crest that we picked up look like?
Courage.
Nico?
Courage.
Courage. I don't think courage matches
Courage.
any of y'all specifically, unfortunately, but you do have it.
It's free real estate.
It's free real estate.
Free real estate.
As you kind of like go in and you can kind of like eat and get food, I will at some point in the Discord actually send you messages of some of the specific foods you got. There's power up pizzas.
What about
Mhm.
yeah. Don't forget about XP.
Don't forget about XP, of course. I
Yeah.
will dish out XP.
We like to level up.
We like
Yeah.
to level up.
Oh, maybe not.
Y'all,
That'd be nice.
y'all might actually hit level 2 because a lot of things happened here.
So many things happen.
So many things.
I might be a couple XP into level 2 because of what I did today.
I don't know. Anyway.
But anyways, as you kind of like, you have like moments like shelter and food and warmth. If you have any kind of HP or stamina that's dropped, you get that back. But I think you're fine.
Yeah, I would like to, if there's going to be like a rest activity situation, is there one to regain bond points? I
Yes.
forget what that one's called.
Socializing?
I'll do socializing. I think I'll just hang
Right.
out with Chisamon and hang out with the Bergamon or whatever, and do a socialize for that.
Absolutely. As you kind of like, you hang out with this whole crew of like Bergamon for a while as they're kind of like
Chisamon is like feeling kind of badly about themselves because they're so
Yeah.
small, but but Lucy is determined to cheer them up. Like, "Yeah, you're doing great, buddy. Like, I'm super proud of you and stuff." So that will be my socialize so that I can be full bond points for next session.
Nice.
I will
I think
also
you need to roll for
socialize.
bond points, right? You can only get one back.
You just get one back if I'm correct.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to roll, I think, a 5 or 6.
Oh, you do have to roll for it, don't
Oh.
you? Let me check that.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
no, that's for de-stressing. De-stressing, you have to roll something. Bond points from
Oh.
socializing, you just get them back and you're fine.
It's for bond
Is it-
strain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
'Cause-
it one? Is it just one, or do you get or do you fill it up to top?
I think you regain one lost bond point.
Okay, that's
There is
fine.
a tendency
Oh.
that as I haven't like given it in bond strain yet, but as the game goes by, bond strain tends to build up quite quickly, and bond points will eventually just start to drop because you get them all back on bond break episodes. So
Okay.
you're gonna start getting strain very soon, actually. But don't worry about that. That's next session things.
Love it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Kaiden's been untouched for 2 combats.
But as you're kind of like preparing, like probably like after a day or two to kind of like follow the next Digivice compass location, as you're kind of making this journey, and it's just lots of trekking, cycling, skating, that kind of thing. At some point partway through it, oh, important question: do you release Devimon, or is he still with you?
Nico
miss
doesn't
him.
want to, but she does keep her word because he was very helpful.
Yeah, and
So
Lucy was like,
he does cut him loose.
yeah, Lucy was like, yeah, they were really helpful, weren't they, Nico?
Yeah, I guess. But before Nico lets knows that we everyone go, she is gonna pull him close and quite quietly but aggressively say, if you tell anyone that you helped us or what we're doing, I will hunt you down.
Can I? So, do fledgling have attacks? I figure they're like
They
really
can
cute,
attack. They just
harmless
don't have
attacks.
signature attacks, but they can
No,
attack.
I know, but like, I just imagine I was like Chisamon like doing like a really cute little attack that does maybe 1 point of damage, and it's
Yeah.
just bubbles coming out of
Yes,
its mouth.
100%.
And then I'm just like, did that feel good, buddy? Did that feel good?
Someone's like, yeah, it felt great. Felt cool.
Good.
I
And
do
then,
punch Devimon before he leaves.
Oh, I just said I would let him go!
I didn't.
Don't be mean to him, I just threatened his life again.
And like Devimon's been released, it's just pop.
Yeah, but he also got like a
Bubbles.
bubble, like just
Yeah.
like a ping, like a slight pinch of pain
Just
as
a
well
little bit.
from a fledgling.
Devimon like grumbles herself, like, okay, I get the message. And as he's,
Spencer gives him a treat.
oh, you're so nice. And looks at
The
everyone else like,
only
you should be
person in
more
the
like,
group.
be more like them.
No.
No,
Lucy,
I don't think I will.
Lucy just waves.
As Devimon flies off and you continue on your journey, the very last thing that you all see before we close off our session, as you're kind of traveling through like this like kind of like a bit of forest at this point, and it's bright daylight and it's a lovely beautiful day, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it goes from bright daylight to just pitch black, like there's an eclipse almost. And rain is pouring, the wind is howling. You have no clue where this horrible weather came from. As you, from your digivices, in fact, you hear all of them saying, "Warning, warning, warning."
I look at my Digivice. It's just the words warning. What is it warning us about?
High level entity detected. Unable to
Oh.
analyze.
What?
Sword.
This is absolutely
Fists.
unhelpful. Lucy looks very concerned looking over at Chisamon. And then she just
As you look at
pockets her
Chisamon,
Digivice and says, "Everything's fine, Chisamon." Obviously lying.
everything's fine, Chisamon. And as soon as you say it, you like a flash of lightning goes off as you see this weird silhouette in like illuminated by the lightning. You don't even know when they got close to you. It's like this figure is like dressed in like this long cloak and like wearing like a mask and a bandana. It's hard to make out any kind of features.
In front of Lucy specifically, or like just in front of the group?
In front of Lucy specifically, because I think that's funny.
Lucy is like, she doesn't startle, but she looks shocked. Like, hi? Hello? And she tilts her head to the side, kind of leaning her head against Chisamon, so that. And then it's like, hi, who are you? And she's talking to this figure directly in front of her.
This person looks at you, looks at everyone else there, and is like, "So you're the brats who've been running around causing problems for me. A word of advice. Don't trust those little gadgets of yours," and pointing like to your pocket where your Digivice would probably be stored.
Yeah.
There's a lot more moving parts going on here than you think. And I'm a little annoyed at you all sticking your nose in and messing with my experiments just because a voice told you to.
Do we hear this besides Lucy? Like all of us?
Yeah, once he starts speaking, you all now suddenly hear, and like you turn and be like, "Where did this dude come from?"
Yeah, well, not gonna happen. Sticking my nose into things is what I do.
Quite impulsive you are. Well, unfortunately, I'm on business today, so I can't give you the proper lowdown. But if you are gonna keep going this path and keep getting in my way, I'm not gonna hold back once you start messing with my plans.
I never hold back.
Glad to hear it. And he holds up, like from under the cloak, he's holding this huge, gnarly-looking claw. By their wings, he's holding Devimon, who's wriggling around in
I knew
discomfort.
he was gonna tattletale.
Devimon's like, no, I didn't stitch, I didn't do anything.
Now we gotta find him.
No, guys, I promise. And Balamon's like, and this guy's like, snitch? Snitch about what? I thought you told me they beat you guys.
We did.
Yeah.
We kicked his ass.
Just like we'll kick yours.
We'll see about that. And your Digivice is all like finished scanning a little bit. Their scan doesn't work properly, as you just see question marks under the name, and there's a little meter that normally shows like threat level, and just question marks as well. It just says unknown entity, virus type, ultra stage, extreme caution.
Lucy just looks at this entity
Ultra.
and says, "I wouldn't worry about that guy. He was spineless anyway."
This dude.
I mean, we just beat the crap out of an ultra stage before.
This dude laughs. If you think that puny experiment is on the same level as a true ultra, you've got another thing coming. Anyway, I'm sure I'll see you all again soon. Until then, Digidestined. And just disappears in a cloud of bats. Just gone.
I'm allowed to punch him as soon as we get to him, right?
Yeah.
Naimon's like,
Yeah.
I agree. You know, that guy
I
sucks.
think so. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Are we? Where are we? Are
As
we?
you're currently like out in the middle of the forest, and as soon as this guy disappears, all the rain and clouds and stuff like that disappears, and it's a beautiful day again. Like nothing happened.
Kind of creepy. He just popped up on a group of kids like that, but you know.
I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Bambimon like pats you on the back, like, yeah, me and you and me both.
Um, Lucy checks on Chisamon, who I'm sure is tired as well, going from Ultra all the way back to Fledgling.
Chisamon
Chisamon napping.
Chisamon is
vibing.
asleep. Like they completely slept through that entire event. But
Yeah,
with- Mhm.
Chisamon's also tired. And then just like, yeah.
And with that, here is where we shall end our session for tonight.
Yeah.
What awaits our chosen children in the future? Who's the mysterious entity that decides to just jump them like that? Find out on the next episode. Roll outro and all the cool stuff. Otherwise, thank you all for sticking around and enjoying and indulging all of our nonsense. I have been your lovely digital master, Dee, and I suppose I should say that I can be found in other places. Normally talking about giant robots on like Twitter and Blue Sky and stuff like that as Alphabet Sauce, and occasionally on YouTube as Plan and Stan. And we'll go to outro everyone else, starting with Anne.
Hi, my name is Anne. You can find me on Twitter at xo_girlwonder. This week I will be playing D&D on my channel, the Bardic Inspiration Network. So check out my Twitter for further announcements on that. Yeah, I was playing Lucy Mendez, our gentle heart, who is not so gentle. Spoiler alert. See you guys next week.
Next, we'll go to Kaiden. Derek, let's go.
Me. I have been the wonderful, feisty, delinquent Kaiden Mira who uses he/him pronouns. I am Derek. I use they, z, and he pronouns. You can find me on other websites at Derek Does RP or over on my own podcast, which is coming back from hiatus soon for our third arc of our second campaign, known as QNS World of Saluna. Keep an eye out for other stuff that we'll be doing. I have a pre-recorded campaign that will be live on Twitch soon, known as QNS Other Worlds with a completely different cast. And I was somewhere else, but I'm not anymore because that campaign ended. So you can catch me here on Sundays, or cast me in your AP so you can catch me in other places. But yeah, that's where you can find me, and I had a great time playing today.
Next up, we'll have Taryn, who's been playing Nico.
Yeah, I've been playing Nico Lucas, the loner, and their clumsy little Digimon, whom I love. Love Bambimon so much.
We love Bambimon.
I am at Actual Raptor, either with a C or an O, depends, on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, here, though I don't really stream here anymore. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing next week as well.
And finally, Casey.
Yeah, I'm Casey. I was Spencer, our beloved little wild child, and you can find me in a forest over a cauldron, stirring and cackling. If that is your vibe, but you don't want to leave your house for it, you can find me on Instagram at maybealter or on maybealter.com. See you next week.
Perfect. And we'll see you all next time in the digital world. Take care, everybody. Bye.
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 Bye.